Hello. What's up, people? Nobody here, obviously, yet. But we're going to wait for you guys to come in and join in. Woohoo! I'm a winner. That song has been stuck in my head. I was just sitting here chilling, watching That's Brad's live. Him and Ash. And those two are funny. Huh? Those two are funny people. I was doing dishes, and like I've told them before, I like to turn the volume up. And then it's like my buddies are yelling at me from across the house. It's really cool. And then I got the dishes done. So, yeah. All right. So, what day is it? Today's what? Today's Tuesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Oh, wow. Man, what happened to Tuesday? Somebody waylaid Tuesday. Well, R.I.P. Tuesday. I gotta go start going a little easier. Hey, Gary. I gotta start being careful in my videos more from now on. YouTube has been demonetizing like every video I put up. So I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm doing in the videos that's making them not very happy with me. So I'm thinking I know what it is. And I think we may have to go easy on the Batcave. Or at least making a big deal about the Batcave. You know what? No. No. I'm not. I'm not going to cave into what they want. If they want to demonetize me, I guess when we do these live chats, they won't be monetized. Oh, well. No big deal. No big deal. It would be a bigger deal if this is what like my only source of income, but it's far from it. So, and I actually came up with another idea for Brad. I know another person who he's actually a major celebrity. Like, I'm talking major celebrity people, and he's a friend of a friend. I've met him a few times, and he's a nice guy. We chit-chat once in a while. And I think I'm going to see if he can help us out on the That's Brad American tour. And he is a professional boxer, but I'm not going to say any names. But he was the world heavyweight champion of the world. And I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe try to talk to him for a second and see if he might be able to help us out a little bit. So, we're going to monetize, but they're probably just going to demonetize it anyway. But that's okay. We'll try. I don't think it's going to work, but who cares? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I'm just not really concerned about it. I'm still getting used to seeing the yellow that, you know what? I'm like, cool. Mr. Iron Mike Tyson? No, I would love to meet Mike Tyson. He's a really, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but no, again, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to call him out, and I'm not trying to use that as like a, oh, I know celebrities kind of thing. I don't want to use it like that. But I do, he is. I'm gonna get a hold of him. He's a really nice guy. He complimented me on my beer drinking skills in Vegas. Oh, dang it! I keep coming back to that. I'm so sorry. I don't want to talk about Vegas, but I was in Vegas when I got to hang out with him one time, and you know what? I think that's what we should do for like the honor of Vegas. Is we don't like. I'm shying away from my stories in Vegas because I don't want to bring it up because of what's happened. But you know what? There's a lot of good stories there, and I think out of Vegas, to honor the Vegas memory, we should keep telling our great stories of Vegas. So yeah, I got to meet him and hang out with him in Vegas for a little bit, and he complimented me on my beer drinking skills because I was able to chug a beer in a mason jar super quick. And so yeah, but I'm gonna talk to him and see if he'll help us out a little bit. He does own his own business now, a gym, as most boxers later on do. And I was invited to the opening party, so talk to him every once in a while. He might be able to help us out with our That's Brad American tour. And we'll do some advertising for him, of course. Of course, a horse is a horse, of course. But to have some celebrity backing, like real celebrity backing would just be awesome, wouldn't it, guys? That would just be wonderful. So we're working that. We're working the Nashville scene to help. Maybe I go around, put some of those buckets up that say, help get That's Brad to America, and put change in at the gas stations. You never know, that could add up. I'm a businessman. Always remember that. I'm a businessman. So it's not like I don't want to do things. It's I'm a businessman. We got to do things smart. Hoo-hoo. I'm a winner just for kicks, man. All right. Looks like we got everything all set up here. Evie just left for work. She got her DNA kit in today, so that was really cool. She also got her check from jury duty, so she was very excited about that. And yeah. So overall, I think it was a pretty good setup. We got a couple people hanging out. I know Gary's here. I'm really excited to see what her DNA comes back because I've been telling her so much that she's got French in her and she doesn't believe me. And I'm like, look, I can look at you and tell that you've got French in you. So, she doesn't believe it though. I know we're going to come back. She's going to come back with some German. I know she's going to come back with a little bit of Native American. And I guarantee the left field is that I guarantee she's got Canadian and French Canadian in her. And she doesn't believe me. And I'm like, I'm just telling you, just by the way you look, you can tell. She's got the longer face that goes with the Native American, but she doesn't have the pronounced nose, but the dark hair and everything. Yeah, Native American. She doesn't believe it. Doesn't believe it. But we're going to find out for sure. I'd love it to come back to find out she has a little Jewish in her. That would be awesome. Besides... I was watching Brad's live stream earlier when they were doing Ash's mail call, which, by the way, he got a really cool camera. I got the same one. I think it's the Sony Handycam is what he got. This hair is just getting on my nerves. So he got the Sony Handycam, I think. I think that's what it was. And it looked really, really cool. And show ya. If you guys are here watching, please. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't connected to my Wi-Fi, and then it tried to connect to the Wi-Fi, and it booted me off. My bad. Okay, so let's take another trip. Everyone's gone. My bad. Get back here, people. Oh, Gary's still here. Oh, God bless you, Gary. God bless you. This right here, this is the stuff I got to get cut. You see how this one is just all doing its own thing. It's doing its own thing, and it annoys me. I look like a Raggedy Ann doll. So I just got to get all this cleaned up around my ear and the back, like straighten out the length. I'm gonna have it just trimmed up and cleaned, cause like it's getting ridiculous. I really want to be able to do like the ponytail back here. Now, if I could get this hairstyle to stay like that, that's how I'd like it, where it stays down like that, lays down flat, and I pull the excess back. That looks good. But, yeah. Okay, well, if you guys are in here, make sure you hit that, you chat, throw something in there so I know that you're in here. It doesn't come up on my participations unless you participate. And I'd like to be able to say hey to everyone. This is ridiculous. I should not have a bad connection. Let me kill this. And see if I can free up some more. I shouldn't be having a bad connection. This is ridiculous. Absolutely. It's the app keeps crashing. And there's nothing else running, so I don't know why the app keeps crashing. But it does. We didn't have that big of a problem last night. If it happens again, guys, just stick around. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do, you know? But stick around and I'll always come right back. We're not going to go anywhere. We'll be here for a little bit tonight. Chilling, chatting, hanging out with you. Let's see. What are we gonna? Man, Ash is stuck on this Area 51 thing, and I'm sorry I keep talking about this, but these are the people that I communicate. Thank you, Gary. Well, don't stick around, Gary. I know it's late for you there, bud, and I don't want you staying up too late, man. You got to get some rest. The Bat Cave. I would imagine Agaston will stop in later on. And I would imagine George will come over. Georgie boy. Man, I still... All right. No work for Gary. No work for Gary. All right. That's good stuff, man. Congratulations. Nice day off. Everybody enjoys a nice day off. Let's adjust this camera just a little bit. I don't like the angle. I want to bring it more to the side. Kind of like it that way. Ooh, I'm a winner just for kicks, man. Been this way since 1966, man. There we go. That's a little better. I kind of like that. I like that angle a little better. So, no work for Mr. Gary tomorrow. Well, good for you, Gary. I used to work at an airport, too. I was a cargo plane. I unloaded cargo planes. I actually enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. So what have I got coming on this week? This week coming up. Well, Halloween is on its way, obviously. Everyone's getting ready for Halloween. I got to start getting my everything ready for that. Get everything set up. Start doing a little bit of decorations. Got to get candy for the kids. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole chainsaw deal again this year to scare the kids. It's getting a little bit old, but it's still a go-to. And then like the kids who are too little to remember it, or new kids coming to the neighborhood, they get to enjoy it. Parents seem to enjoy it. I do it every year. So I think I'm just going to do it again this year. Smoke machine, same as usual. It's a lot of fun. Maybe next year will be the year I go all out. Different, but for this right now, I think that's what I'm going to do is just go ahead and hit them with that. I love scaring kids with with my little chainsaw. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, wow, my screen just went blank for a second. I was about to lose it, dude. I'm so tired of this app shutting down on me. So tired of it. All right, but yeah. So we're going to do that for Halloween. We're going to scare the kids. Usually works pretty. I don't scare the little kids though. Like if they're like 2 or 3, or they come walking up and they're like in some little outfit, and you're like, oh. If I immediately hear the oh out of Evie, I know not to scare the kids. So, but there was one time last year I made a mistake, and I heard, here's one coming. Don't do it. One's coming. I heard, do it. One's coming. And I was like, oh, okay. Wah! Scared the poor little kid half to death. But I felt so bad. I came out with tons of extra candy for him. So I think I more than made up for it. I think this is getting ridiculous. And you know what? I don't mind if YouTube is going to demonetize me, but your app needs to work correctly all the time. And I see everybody else's work fine. Why isn't it mine? Mine should be working just fine. Hold on a second. Someone told me before to move my router away from any electronics. So I'm going to do that now. Because this is just getting ridiculous, dude. Yeah. Okay. So we moved the router. And actually, this should help fix the hair situation. Yeah, keep it out of my eyes a little more. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Rocking the old Army PC. That's for a patrol cap. This is called a patrol cap. This is not a hat. This is your headgear. And you wear your headgear, obviously, on your head. So, headgear in place, hair out of the way. And you got a bonfire coming up. Well, who doesn't love a bonfire? Everyone loves going to a bonfire. I don't like going to bonfires. Not even... I don't know. I'm very weird like things like that. Why sit outside? I don't know. Bonfires are nice. I like fires. But, Yeah, bonfires, I guess, are okay. Only in the fall. Only in the fall where there's less bugs out. I hate bugs, man. They bug me. Bugs bug me. This is just getting absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. How can I be expected to work under these conditions? Huh. Well, that's cool to know. Is there a reason for that? What are some traditions you guys have that you do around your families and things like that? Were there any family traditions? Gary's telling us about it's an English tradition on the 5th of November for a fire night of fireworks. And that's cool. I didn't know that. I had no idea that they do a night of fireworks in the UK on the 5th of November. But I'm wondering too, though, are there any traditions your family has? Like, what are some things you guys do that maybe you're like, oh, that's kind of just our family thing? What are some things like that? Are there things like that? Do other people do family stuff like that? I don't know. I go to the Batcave. Remember, the 5th of November. Well, I mean, I haven't forgotten the 5th of November. I like stumping Americans with this question. You say to them, does England have a 4th of July? And a lot of them say no. But of course England has a 4th of July. It's just they don't do anything on it. Which, no, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, huh? Not for nothing, dude. Not for nothing. So, dude, there I was, dude. Maybe we'll go ahead and let's just do this accent for a little bit and see if people maybe stick around a little more, huh? Not for nothing. So Gary, our friend Gary here, he works over at the airport, and he was over there, and he goes to me, he says, G, and I go, yeah, what's up, dude? Because that's how we talk when I hang out with Gary. Gary says, hey, G, and I say, yeah, and he goes, you're a weird kid, dude. And I was like, no, not for nothing, dude. Not for nothing. I get it, you know. And he comes over, bam, pow, you know. And I was like, what, dude? Some of these things happen, man. They fall down, you go boom, you know, huh? So yeah. Well, you guys, you know, when I was, I don't want to. We're going back to this. I was in a certain place where there's a lot of gambling once, and I used to go bar to bar, and I would change accents, just bar to bar. Sometimes people to people. So I'd talk to this person one way, then I'd go over here to talk to this person in a different accent, and then this person would come over and try to like, hey man, what's going on? What you doing? What you doing? And then I'd fire that back up again, and then or just change accents between them. And then nobody's sure which it was, and then just leave, and then just leave. I love doing things like that. I know this sounds really weird, but I like making a small impression on somebody's life, and then never see them again. I love that. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do, and it's I don't know, just something like that. Something like I met this couple. We were hanging out in a certain place where there's a lot of gambling, and I was hanging with them. I told them, hey, I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom, and I walked off, and I never saw them again. Not, I did that intentionally though. I told them I got to go to the bathroom, and I left, and never saw them again. Then wound up running into somebody who I met this girl. She wound up kissing me, said I was going back with her, and then somehow we wound up in somewhere, and I turned around for a second, and she was gone. I was like, huh, someone did it to me. That's awesome. I love when that happens. That or she tried to pickpocket me. Yeah, it's well there, Paradigm. Hey, Gaston. Hey, buddy. Thanks. I am so sorry about this. It just keeps freezing. I don't know what this app's problem is. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I am so sorry, guys. It keeps breaking. We're never going to be able to build an audience this way and have anybody hang out with us for any kind of period of time. But no, I wasn't talking a whole lot about it there, Paradigm, which I don't think Paradigm's here anymore. Everyone's kind of see people keep bailing. But as I was saying, is I think now that girl was a pit pocket. But lucky for me, I always kept everything in my front pockets. Never anything in your back pockets. And that's so specifically for pit pockets. Because a girl will like to come in Vegas, they'll do it to you. They'll come in close to you, wrap their arms around you, grab your back pocket, and go. So that was a lot. But I was always taught keep everything in your front pockets. You don't get pit pocketed out of your front pocket. You get pit pocketed out of your back pocket. So I would always keep everything. Plus, I was wearing tight jeans, so she definitely wasn't sliding her hand in there. Buddy, Georgie, whose family he goes, I still like this story. It was pretty funny. So Georgie says, hey, G. And I say, what's up, Georgie boy? And Georgie goes, yo, man, you're hot. You're hot stuff over here in Scotland. They can't get enough of you. And I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome, Georgie boy. That's awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. And I was like, so you've been telling people? He's like, I tell everybody about how you look like Seth Rogen, Georgie, or G. And I said, well, that's good, Georgie. That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. What do they think about that? He goes, they have no idea who he is. That's still, I get a big kick out of it. I get a big kick out of that. It's a hoot. Again, guys, for some reason, if this stream gets interrupted and you're hanging out, please don't go anywhere. I will be Braxton Doyle. Do I remember you from Xbox? Hawaiian Kush? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. I remember playing with you back in the day, which was, I think, like a Thursday, like today. So it works out. So very cool. Yeah, glad to have everybody with us hanging out. We were telling some stories about how I like to goof around. When I was hanging out in a place that has a lot of gambling, because we're not mentioning that right now, I would change accents between every bar I went to. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Keep people guessing on who they meet. I love single serving friends. I'm really good at single serving friends. Like you meet somebody for like a couple hours, you get along with them, and then you don't see them again. And that's awesome. I like doing that. I like that. Like I was on my way. I was on my way to Colorado. I took a flight to Colorado a few years back, and I was sitting next to a guy on a plane, and he was doing some work on his computer, and I was talking to him, and he was setting up some stuff for a business thing, and he was asking. He's like, he was about tattoos, and we were talking to him, and I was like, yeah, I got tattoos. I have Snapchat, but I just don't use it. I'm under Unique Drink Guru. If you want to add me, you're more than welcome to. I don't post a whole lot on Snapchat anymore. It's just not the medium that works for me as well as I would like. And, just yeah. But maybe I'll get more into Snapchat. If you guys hit me up on Snapchat, I'll always talk to you guys on Snapchat as best as I can. But, so we're on the plane with this guy. And he was doing some kind of thing where he was trying to get tattoo shops. Oh, they said that guy. Oh, LOL. Well, you're showing me off. Thank you. Thank you. I've got family from Scotland. So, no, it shouldn't be. Does it look like it? Is it showing that it's offline? Hold on. Let me get in here and see what I can do to mess with it. Because it shouldn't be doing that in any way, shape, or form. And I apologize. I can see that you're here, Agaston, so let me see. Let me go into the control room here. We'll see what we can dig up. Yeah, because it looks like everything is looking good to me. I'm streaming well, it says. We got a good connection. Everything looks like it's good to go. Good to go. But that's so cool that you're showing off. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome that you're doing that for me. Thank you. Helps me out. Hopefully, I'm not Seth Rogen, but I'd like to think I'm pretty fun. All right, so everybody's up. We got the whole gang here. We got all the cool cats here. We got Gary, we got Georgie Boy, we got Agaston. We had Doyle who was stopping in to hang out for a minute. People are coming, people are going. That's cool. That's cool. But so I was on the flight with that guy, and we were talking the tattoos, and he was trying to get tattoo shops to give out tattoos for this marathon that they were going to give out, and the top runners would finish and get a tattoo for free by the shop. And he was trying to figure out a way to convince the shops to do the work for him. And I was telling him, I was like, man, I'm going to tell you right now, dude, as a person who has tattoos, that if I go to a shop and I get a tattoo from somebody, I'm more likely to go back to that place just because I'm comfortable with the artist now. So I was like, explain to the tattoo shops that, the repeat business will most likely come their way, and that, if someone does get a tattoo, they're clearly going to want to go back to another shop they're familiar with. And I was also explaining to them that as this being a charitable donation for an event, any of their time and their needles and the ink all can be written off as a tax write-off as a charitable donation. He was like, wow, man, that's really good. I didn't even think of stuff like that. And I was like, well, that's a good way to market to him and spin it to him. You might be able to get a little bit more, a few more hits out of that way. And he was like, that was great. It was so cool. And he was such a nice guy. Talked to him, met him, and then I never saw him again. And that was that. I had a really cool one-night hookup in the place that had a lot of gambling. That was clearly by accident, and that was that night I was hanging out with the guy we were talking about earlier, the big celebrity, the boxing heavyweight champion. Again, great guy. And that was the night I wound up. And it was so funny is because I was trying to, this girl just wound up grabbing me and pulling me into a cab, and I'm trying to signal my buddy to let him know what's going on, because he has the car, the keys, but I had all the money. And I'm trying to let him know because this girl's pulling me into a cab, and again, I don't want to say his name, but I'm going to say the champ. The champ looks over at me, and I'm like, hey, tell him and he just gives me this big thumbs up. I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. And it was gone. From there, I was in a cab, and I wasn't going to jump on my phone and try to play the phone game. And it was that was an interesting night. It was very interesting evening. And so I got to meet a boxing celebrity. If you guys are on my Facebook, you should be able to find the picture. And if you can figure out who it is, you'll be able to know who that heavyweight champ is. That's a good friend. I wouldn't say good friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. He's just a friend of mine, but really cool guy. And I think he's going to help us with that Sprad tour. I hope. I'm going to hit him up, and he's a really nice guy. And we'll do some advertising for him if we can, and it'll be a lot of fun. It's good for everybody. Advertising is good for everybody, and that's something I'm really excited about too. Is that we're not just getting businesses to just like try to fork over cash for something. We're trying to offer them a service, and I think that's what's really the best part about it. Is a lot of other people do other things, but we're gonna try to do a service, so it works out really well. Mr. Anderson. I shaved the beard off, though. I went ahead and went to the goatee. I think I'm gonna let it grow back out. I didn't do a very good job. I missed a big patch, it looks like, over here. Or is that just the angle? It might just be the angle. But either way. Yep. Whoa. You saw nothing. Nothing. Oops. Tobacco products, just little pipe tobacco. Yeah, I took it off. I had to go to Nashville last night, so I cleaned up a little bit. Yeah. I'm really excited, though. Not guilty, Your Honor. You saw. Thank you. Hey, my lord, if it pleases the court, this is all bullshit. There you go. Dismissed. Objection. You can't object yourself while I object to that. I can do whatever I want, and if I want to object me, I will. Mr. Greenbaum, I'm going to allow it. I want to see where this is going. Thank you, Your Honor. That's funny. Sometimes I make myself laugh and I'm sorry, and I know that's like the cheesiest thing in the world, but like sometimes I see like the cartoon in my head that's running this whole, like when I'm telling these things, like I'm seeing like a movie scene on how all of this would play out in live, and I see like, thank you, my lord, and you'd have to come up and rock on your tiptoes, and I'm like running all the little different scenarios in my head of how everything needs to play out, and then sometimes when I get done saying it, I've seen the whole thing and it just makes me laugh. And I know like people say that if you laugh at your own jokes, they must be bad jokes. But sometimes, guys, I just laugh at the things I come up with because it's funny, I think. And even if it's not funny, I don't care if it's not funny to everybody. It's funny to me. And if I get a laugh out what I'm doing, then I guess I'm doing a good job. The legendary Bat Cave. I should get a Bat Cave tattoo or something like that. Like maybe like a bat or something flying into like a chronic cave. I don't know. But I like the idea of calling it the Bat Cave now. It's like kind of sticking around, and I like that. I like it. Go to the Bat Cave. It's kind of cool. Kind of catchy. Maybe someday people can come hang out with me in the Bat Cave. Ooh, maybe I should turn my camper into the Bat Cave. No, it's kind of already decorated with TARDIS stuff. It's kind of the TARDIS because it's bigger on the inside. No, not really. It's kind of small on the inside, but it's perfect. It's kind of like, look, the reason I got a camper and is really honestly is that I always wanted one since I was a kid. Was it you who was in trouble or were you there for somebody else, Gary? Because that makes a big difference. Number 1 if it was for you, put a number 2 if it was for somebody else. That way we can save, you don't have to worry. Because that makes a huge difference. If it's there for you, yeah, it could be a little nerve-wracking. Number 1 for you, ooh, you were in court for you. Ooh, what'd you do? What'd you do? Gary. I've been in court a few times, but I always win, so I'm never worried about it. Oh, thank you. I went to court one time. My first wife messed up the apartment or something like that, and I never even lived in it. So they tried to sue me for back rent or something like that. Man, I went to ham on them, and they were like I overwhelmed their lawyer. Like I just went off on him, and he didn't know what to say or what to do, and there were so many errors and stuff like that. So as soon as we did the preliminary thing, I saw my family lawyer outside in the hall, and he was like, "What's going on, dude? What are you doing here?" And I was like, explaining to him. He was like, "All right, I got you. Check him out. Here's what you do. Walk in there. Oh, drunk and disorderly. I've had 3 drunken publics." And this is one of the reasons why I quit drinking. And 2 of them were 2 weeks apart. I got arrested on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve in the same year. So that was a big wake up call. But those I was guilty for. I was guilty. I was drunk in public, but it was I still say they were all bullshit, and that's why it was no big deal. Never gotten in any real trouble for them. Even when I was in the Army, they didn't care because I told them what happened, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well that happens." You know, I was in a resort town. My first time, I was in a resort town. Another time, I got. That's a sticky situation on the second one, and the third one, as I was at a New Year's Eve party, and some people were talking crap about soldiers, and I probably shouldn't have mouthed off if you're the only soldier there, but oh well. And then out of left field, I got jumped by 3 dudes, but that's cool. I like to think I got a couple licks in that was good, but then I hightailed it out of there, and the cops came, and they were like, "Whoa, what are you doing outside?" I'm like, because can't be in there, just got my ass kicked. And they were like, "You're drunk in public." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And they're like, "Nope." I'm like, So got arrested for that. Share. Yeah. But, no, I'm not really worried about it. If you're guilty, don't fight it. If you did something wrong, that's the thing about it, is if you get caught, you got me. You got me. Okay. And I think that's a big thing. With the apartment thing, then I wound up going over to my lawyer's office, and he was like, "What do you got going on? What's the case?" I presented him everything. He's like, "Dude, you did almost all the legwork here." He goes, "Small fee." Paid him right there on the spot, and he went to court, and it was all bye-bye. It was all taken care of because as soon as they know you're willing to lawyer up too, it's going to cost them more than what it was they were going after. They wanted like $1,500, and I was like, I lawyered up for $100 and something dollars. They were going to have to lawyer up clearly for a lot more. They were already paying a lawyer, and obviously, so they saw that I was difficult and going to make this whole process take a lot longer. And when you start working in the cost of the lawyer fees and court costs and court fees, it winds up not being worth it. So it's just how much you're willing to defend yourself, because that's where it comes down to, is how much money are they willing to spend to try to go after you. What's your favorite dance tune? My favorite dance tune. Well, see, I could dig up some old videos if I could find them. They're on VHS, I'm sure, somewhere. I used to do dance. I'm going to let you guys know. Maybe that might be my little big secret. Shh. I used to be a dancer. I've performed all over the United States. And this isn't bragging, so please, please, please don't take it like that. I'm just telling you my life. And I used to be a jazz, ballet, hip-hop, and tap dancer. Tap dance was my thing. I was an award-winning tap dancer. Not like anything super special, but I've won some awards for my tap dancing. And that was years ago. Years ago. When I was a kid. So, when you say dance tune, there's so much things that I start, like songs that start coming to my head of songs that I used to perform to that are some of my favorites. And then, like, I'll tell you this, like, when I go out, if I go out to God forbid, out to a bar or a club, raving, I don't really rave a whole lot. So, like, just like dance party music, I don't dance a whole lot. I don't dance a whole lot because it's just weird, is that I don't like to show. The only way I can really dance is kind of like a very show-offy kind of way, because that's the way dancing, I was trained in the dance style. So taking over the dance floor is generally what I do, so I don't dance because I don't like the attention. But like I was in California once, and I was dancing with this girl to some song at a bar, and people were coming up to us when the song was over, and they were telling me how great it was, and I was like, yeah, I was just goofing off, there's nothing special here. But my dad was a very good dancer. Rhythm is something I'm very good at. It helped in the Army with running cadence and, left, your left, right. You'd be surprised how many people don't have the rhythm to be able to keep that, or say something while they're running. What's the sound of artillery, and keep it in the rhythm where you run. You have to say it on a certain foot. The whole purpose of that is to keep everybody on the same pace. So having the dance experience was really good, really easy. Marching was never a problem. You'd be surprised. Some people have trouble keeping in step even with marching. It's just hard for them. They bounce when they walk, so it throws the rhythm off. They don't have a solid rhythm. And so yeah, but so raving, when you say some raving, like, what do you mean? Like when you go to the club music, like bow wow, is that like rave music like that? Is that what you mean, Jelly Bean? Peanut, Hackmunt jetzt? See, we don't do... Rave isn't really a big thing over here anymore. Rave, not that I'm aware of. That was when I was a kid, maybe some rave music, back in the day when you were doing, dropping some E or something like that. But, I never had really like is there a specific DJ? Is that what you mean? That like it mixes a certain way that you like? Not really particularly. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'll turn on the TV, blast the music, and get some get some head nod music going, some techno. Yeah. It kind of faded out here. Techno. It used to be. This is just getting on my nerves. It used to be bigger, and then it kind of just faded. So I don't hear a whole lot about techno anymore. It kind of went the way of the dodo, I think. So. Just not a... DJ Khaled was good. DJ Screw. Spinning on the ones and twos. Used to listen to that DJ back in the day. DJ Butterfly. It's kind of what I look like when I used to wear my uniform, minus the goatee. And I was a lot younger. You dance like Mr. Bean? You dance. You go, Mr. Bean. You dance it out. Like there was one time I was downtown in Nashville, and everybody in the bar was having a good time dancing. I don't participate in any of that. And I was standing at the door just checking to make sure everything's going well, and a couple girls came over to me and they started trying to dance me, and I was like, no, 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 no. My boss got this big grin on his face, and I was like, all right, fine. So I jumped out on the dance floor with everybody, and I do what I do. I took over the dance floor, danced around, made everybody have some fun, and then I slipped. It was all of about maybe 45 seconds worth of dancing, and then I was right back outside doing my job. Because I don't like to do it big, always leave them wanting more. But I don't like the attention on me. So, yeah, but it was fun, and it usually gets everybody big and excited, and if it helps out, then it helps out, but I don't generally do that. But tap was my thing, man. I love tap. I went to New York to take lessons. Uh, yeah, I've been to New York, took dance lessons there at Floor Burner. Not so much anymore, though. With the shoulder hurting, it's not always the best thing. When I was young, I did dance, I was 16 and 17 years old when I was doing, competition level dance. So that was so long ago. And it was a lot of fun, though. And I got to travel all around. I went to Georgia for competitions, Alabama, New York. Mostly the South. We toured around the South. Have I ever done any acting? No. No, never any acting. Yeah, no. No acting. I would see. I don't like being on camera. I don't present as well as I'd like to, but I can definitely. I would love to do voice acting. Voice acting would be my thing. Voice acting, because I can change voices. I can do voices. I can put emotion behind voice and readings and radio. I have a great voice for radio as well because I have such a neutral accent. Even people here in America tell me that I have no accent. They're like, "Where are you from?" And because I have no unique, in the South, everybody's got a little twang, or maybe they talk like this, and then you can know they're from the South. Or up north, they talk a little more Canadian, and they say a and or and divorce and cars, and you can just hear certain accents. Out west, people have a more of a little draw to their words, and they're kind of a little California. They're in Texas, and they got that deep Southern drawl over in Texas. And the New Yorkers, they got their accent. They throw it out there. The Bostonians is close to, dude, but not quite the same, dude. And then you got the Canadians up there, eh? But they're just talking like normal people, eh? And they're really nice to hang out with, and everybody gets along pretty good, eh? But see, me, no accent. Louisiana, that's his own damn special corner. That's the sound right there. That's the sound of Louisiana. But I have no accent. It's completely neutral. I can tell someone when they're just by the way they talk, I can tell you where they're from generally in a location. Maybe not state specific, but I can definitely pinpoint. But because I traveled around so much as a kid, I don't have an accent. But I'm good at picking up on other people's accents because I don't hear one, but I can hear others who don't. My family doesn't have an accent. My dad kind of has a little bit of a California draw to him, and I'm told I speak a lot like him. But my voice is very neutral. You guys can go check out my dad if you want to. He's on YouTube. He's got some funny videos. He did stand-up comedy. I can pick a Canadian. Yeah. When I went up to Vermont, I could tell there were so many different accents going on. French, the French Canadian and all that jive. This is the sugar-free stuff, so I wouldn't drink it if it was I bought some tea. I like black tea. I'm getting into black tea right now, but not hot tea like you guys drink it. I like cold tea. Cold iced tea, if you will. And if you won't, that's just too bad. So last night was the first night I went downtown Nashville, and I didn't gel my hair back for the show. Everyone kept telling me, let the curls out. See, I drink coffee, but I like iced coffee too. I like cold coffee. Cold coffee, or I like espresso. Espresso is delicious. But coffee, I like we call it First Sergeant coffee. Strong black coffee. Rah! One time, if you guys find the video down below, I think I have it somewhere. Maybe I never posted it. I still have it though. I brewed coffee with Red Bull. to try to get a kick in Afghanistan because I was so tired. Boy, it woke me up, but geez, it did not taste good. Not at all. Not at all. And I told people I was going to do this. I'm going to put Red Bull in the coffee machine. I'm going to put the beans and the grounds up top. And I'm going to brew coffee with Red Bull. And I like tea, though. This is good tea. I don't want to use any advertising brands so I don't get in any trouble. But that's my tea right there. But I wanted to buy, I like the black tea, so I bought, I'm going to try to make I usually do make my own tea as well, too. Like, I have my own special herbs. And when I make the black tea, I'm going to throw in some of my own special blends of herbs. And nothing weird, just I have, like, some lemongrass, fresh, organic lemongrass. And I put a little bit of lavender in there. It's good for muscle pain. And I've got some horny goat weed. It's good for vitality. And it actually just kind of boosts up the male energy. And I kind of like it. It's nice. Always got to have your water. I love water. I'm obsessed with water, bottled water. You know that big thing of water, plastic that's floating in the ocean? Probably half that's my bottled water. Am I sorry? Not at all. Not at all. Have you guys seen on YouTube? Yeah, I got horny goat weed. Have you seen on YouTube where there's like people, they make fish traps out of like little bottles and stuff? It is so cool to watch. Hold on, let me go get it for you, Gary. Okay, so here's what I do. I go out, and what you do is you take a little pot, and you make a concentrate. So you put in some water about halfway full, and then I start off with some organic spearmint, and that helps with the taste. And I put a good amount of that in there because I like that. And here's what it does. Often used to flavor and vagrants toothpaste, mouthwash, lozenges, and chewing gum. Spearmint makes them a refreshing herbal hot tea and is delicious iced or hot. And it's organic. It comes from the United States, and it's kosher. So my rabbi will be happy. So I take some of that, and then I mix in a little bit of this is more organic lavender. And it says lavender has a citrus-like taste. Ooh, that smells so good. Hints of sweetness and rosemary and a stronger floral flavor. It's bright and superbly peppery when raw. The color is rich and vibrant and contains the least amount of stems and leaves. Safety info. Taking lavender along with sedative medications might cause too much sleepiness. Use this high-grade lavender can be used in potpourri and pillow sacks. It can also be made into tea or massage oil to help with anxiety. It's also been shown to help with hair loss. So I take a little bit of that, not a whole lot because it is strong and it has a lot of flavor. And I'll mix some of that into my concentrate. And then I've got over here, this is hibiscus flower. No, you can. Well, you could, I guess. These are blah, blah, blah. So a little bit of this, not a whole lot. I mix a little bit in. For a tea. It's kind of strong. And then, of course, I've got my lemongrass. I'm almost out, though. I'm almost out of lemongrass. Put a good amount of lemongrass. It's got a nice taste to it. And then the coup de grace, the whole point of it is the horny goat weed. Right there. Hold on, sorry. It's got a bad, reflection. There we go. A little horny goat weed right there. There you go. A little organic horny goat weed. And what this does is, here, listen to this. Horny goat weed recommended for enhancing libido in both men and women and for improving male sexual function. The plant is also widely employed to relieve symptoms of PMS and menopause. So when it means that, and it comes from China, it is organic and it's also kosher. So what this does is actually, the effects that relieve that is its muscle pain relief. I did a lot of research into looking into it. So the reason it helps is it opens up the capillaries of your blood and allows more blood to flow. And yeah, it it opens up, more blood flows, so more oxygen, and your muscles relax and feel better. And that's actually what that does. So I mix up like an organic blend of my stuff, and then I sweeten it all with a natural, raw, organic honey. And that's how I usually make my own tea. And it's an acquired flavor. Not everybody likes it. You are going to get the poos the first day drinking it, but you will feel so much better the next day. And I haven't made any in a while because I've been low on lemongrass. And you really need a lot of lemongrass to really cut the flavor. But there it is right there. And then I usually just siphon it all out, strain it all out, and then you take a big pitcher, and after you've boiled it for a while, and then you pour your concentrates into a pitcher of the dissolved honey water, and you have yourself a nice, cool, refreshing, organic, cleansing drink. Oh, so you, Gary and George know each other, huh? You guys are like close friends. You guys know each other. Peanut! Come on, dude. I was thirsty. Come here. Sit. What do you want? What? What? You want this, huh? You want water, huh? I don't want to get up. Do I have anything here? Okay, here. Look. I'm so lazy. There we go. This is working. Oh, you moved it, dude. We had a system. You messed it up. Come on. All right, now we're going somewhere. Now we're cooking with oil. This is working. Drinking out of a water bottle, Peanut. Good job, bud. You're not spilling either. This is good. This is good. Here, butter. No, Peanut. You had enough. Can butter work the system? No, in the cat. Peanut, come on, dude. Peanut is so greedy, dude. That worked. Boy, that was the laziest way of watering the dogs. They drank about half a bottle of water right there. You got to control wiener dogs' water intake. They get sick so easy and they'll throw up a lot. Peanuts, plus he's old. He's so old. I'd say he's got a couple years left, huh, Popo? You got a couple more in you, don't you? Yeah, you got a couple more left. Oh, I'm gonna be so glad when he's gone, though. He's such an annoying. I love my Peanut. Don't get me wrong, but you know how like when old people start getting really annoying and stuff like that. He's at that age. So yeah. I did not know that. See, this is cool stuff you guys should tell me about other countries that you guys are in. I don't know all these things. That's awesome. We have a bunch of weird different days and festivals that people do locally in states and stuff. Like they have what's called a strawberry fest. They have a watermelon fest, pumpkin fest. Oh, wow. So you guys are quite a distance from each other. Yeah, definitely try it out. I just went to a local store, and I went to this little natural organic botanical store, and I bought all this stuff from them a while back, and I was making some. I was really enjoying making my own tea, and I got to go back and get some more stuff. I think they might have closed though, but it was really nice to see, well packaged, and like I said, it's kosher. And this one was actually, the horny goat weed was packaged locally, so I think they were making up their own, buy in bulk and then just slap a label, which was really cool. But hold on. I don't think, I want to smell this one. This is the hibiscus. Ooh, it's got like a meaty almost smell to it. It's got a really pretty color though, if you guys can. I don't know if you can really see the color to it. Hold on, I want to spill it everywhere. It's got this really like deep red, almost purple color. I don't know if it's picking it up as well as I want. Let me see if I can get the lighting right. There you go. Look at that. And yeah, so that's the hibiscus. Really strong. The horny goat weed does not smell as good as you would think, and it doesn't taste very good. That's why you need the lemongrass and the lavender and the spearmint. Yeah. And that's what it looks like right there. It's just very leafy. Just, oh, does the kitty want some? Now you said the lemongrass does what to kitties? Piper, will you eat some? Hey. You want some, Peanut? Here. Here. Look. Cheat. Cheat. Nope, he won't eat it. It relaxes him. I usually give mine catnip. You can also make catnip into a tea. Did you know that? You can make tea. It's a sedative. It's a natural sedative. The lavender smells so good, though. But what's funny about the lavender is it's kind of a, hey, David. It's this really nice, obviously it's purple because it's lavender. But it's like, almost like pellets. See? So there you go. And what a great smell to it, though. You know what, though? I bet I could make Evie a bath and just put fresh lavender into the water and let it soak into the water. And that would make a really nice bath, relaxing. And it would be fresh. Oh, yeah? I like when my kitties go wild. My first cat, she's so laid back and chill like me that she doesn't have the bounce off the wall personality. It's like, it seems like this, like whenever I get an animal and I raise it, they're very chill, very independent, like Butter over here. She just sits, she's very cool, she's very chill, doesn't move around a whole lot, kind of quiet, does her own thing, and she's great. But it smells like Amsterdam. Well, here, I'll join you. Back. Oh, David. Well, your mom left for basic training. What would you like me to help you with, bud? I mean, your mom's doing a great thing. So, one, thank you so much for what your mom is doing. I want you all to know that we appreciate it, David. Your mom is doing a great thing. She's going to be, you guys, I know it's hard, and I can imagine. Do you remember, man, when I was an Army brat? My dad was gone a lot, too. So I know what it's like to have a parent gone. Honestly, if I think about it, all the years that my dad was in the military, he got out when I was about 16 or 16-ish. When I really think about it, he was probably, of those time, he was probably gone about 9 years of that. So I didn't see my dad a whole lot. And it's not that my parents weren't together or anything. It's just the military called. And I understand, so I know what it's like to miss your parent, man, and I know that it's going to be rough, and I'm sure your sister, just be there for her, Oh, I know you don't have a dad, David, but I'm just saying, man, I understand what it's like to have an absent parent, and, of course you have a father, but whoever he is, but you know what, you may not have a man there, but you know what, buddy, I'm your friend, man, I'm a friend. So you got Gary's a friend. Gary's a great guy. George is a friend. You've got friends who are here for you, man. We're always here for you. You can chat with me anytime, David. You don't have to just chat with me on YouTube. You can always come onto. I've got links on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is like in the top right corner where that you see the Humvee driving with the headlights. In that right corner, I've got my Twitter, I've got my Instagram, I've got my Facebook. You know, you can hit me up on there anytime, bud. Anytime, man. Any of you guys can. I'll chat with anybody, dude. I just do this because it's fun. And then, yeah, whatever, man. But, David, I know it's rough for your sister, and just be there for her. You know, that's all you can do. Let her cry it out. It's going to be okay. I know she's upset. But when you guys are older, and she's older, and she'll understand later what your mom was doing, and how great it, and how brave it was, then she'll understand, and it'll be a lot better then. She's 4. Exactly, man. She's 4. And it's hard on a 4-year-old, I'm sure. But later on in life, she'll understand it, and it's going to be okay. It'll be okay, and I'm sure it is hard. No one's saying it's not. Of course it's hard on a child. And I'm sure it's hard on you too, Dave. But that's cool, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Your mom's going to be with you again soon. Before you know, you're in school anyway. It's going to fly by. Focus on your homework. Do what you got to do. Look out for your little sister. It's a very, very short time. And then soon, very, very soon, David, you're going to get to embark on a great part of your life that's going to be new. Your mom is going to go to her duty station eventually, and you're going to get to go with her. And you're going to get to see on the inside of a military base on what it's like to be part of that lifestyle. And dude, it's a whirlwind. It's so cool. You're going to have so many opportunities available to you. Trips are going to be opened up to military kids, get opportunities to go do things that not other kids get options to do. You're going to get to meet people. Celebrities are always coming to military bases and schools. There's tons and tons of stuff to do that they help out with. You're going to do family days at the military, get to see some cool stuff. There's a lot of stuff, man. Eventually, it's going to be so much fun, and you're going to have a great time, bud. It's coming, man. Just all good things are worth waiting for, and if it was easy to get to these things, everybody would do it. So be happy that because you get to be a part of that, and then maybe it might influence you on thinking about joining the military yourself someday, which is not a bad gig. I know your mom. I know it's hard for your mom too. Trust me, your mom's. It's hard for her, and she got to remember that. When not only are you missing your mom, but your mom is missing you guys terribly, I'm sure. And then there's also a guy 2 inches in front of her face screaming at her. That's tough too. So do remember and remind your little sister that mommy misses you guys, I'm sure. But she'll be back soon. But she's going to be a brave soldier and come back very, very soon. That's awesome. Absolutely. I would be so proud of no. You should be so. That's okay that she misses her mom, but just remind her tell her how brave her mom is. Tell her how brave she is, and tell her about the things your mom's going through. Here. I'll tell you what. This may be a little cheesy, Dave, but maybe this will help if I show you this, that you can tell your sister about it. I don't know where your mom went to basic training or where she is, but this is my book from when I went to basic training. So if your sister's ever missing your mom, go back to this video and you can show her what your mom is doing. And they take pictures, and they have a whole list in this book of everything I did and what we did at basic training. And here, hold on. Let me find my picture for you guys. This book is falling apart. Oh, there I am. Okay, that's me right there. Right there. Oh, look at that wide-eyed little private. That's me. And there's my name. It's underlined. Hold on. No, is that me? Oh, did I get the wrong side? Hold on, put my finger on the picture. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. And then we scoot over. And there's my name. It should be somewhere in there. Yeah, it's the top name highlighted. There it is. Yep. So there's me. Okay, so we've established authenticity. Okay, so David, here is what your mom is doing. Let's get to the pictures. Okay. This is actually cool that I can use this to show somebody what's gonna be your mom gonna be doing. Okay, here we go. Now, of course, it's gonna be a little different because based on where she's going, I don't know. It's not very much different, but it's pretty general. It's pretty general the way everything works. Okay, so first thing is we're gonna welcome your mom to reception. She'll be arriving at her unit. Well, she'll be getting her first basic issue of her uniforms, all her stuff. This is prior to basic training starting. Oops. Oh, wow. Half the book just fell out. Okay, well, we'll work it in later. Okay. So, first we're going to do reception, where she'll be arriving to reception. Then, she's a girl, so this will be a lot easier for her. Then it's on to haircuts, where everyone gets their head shaved bald-headed. From there, you go get your first picture taken, where we saw over here. Yeah, they shaved my head. Absolutely, dude. I was... meh. Of course, I had to make jokes, and I sat down in the chair, and I said, okay, sir, I need something that works as well on the rifle range as it does the disco floor. And he was like, ha-ha. Yeah, it's no big deal. It was just hair. Okay, so, and they don't do that to girls, so that you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so then you get your military pictures done. Okay? And then you go over to do your dental exam. Okay, so you do all your dental and eye exams. Okay? Now, we haven't even started basic training yet. Okay, then you go get your blood work and your shots done, where they're going to shoot you up with, I don't know, a lot. All these things. You're going to become super soldier. You can fight. You can snort anthrax. And I can. And then you go get the rest of your clothes issued. Your Class A's, your dress uniforms, and all that good stuff. They measure you for all that. See, there's the guy down there trying on his all. It's all changed now. It's different uniforms. But it's pretty much still, I would imagine, the same process. All right. And then, okay, so now you've got all that stuff done. Guess what? It's time to start basic training, day one. I didn't get to ride in a bus, so this wasn't even my group. There's a general group. I do have a DVD, too, of all my basic training, of me at basic and my crew at basic, or my company. Okay, so then first they pick you up off the buses, and that's when the drill sergeants start yelling at you and stuff like that, and you get yelled at, and bam, and you're standing in formation, and that looks all nice and pretty and everything like that, but don't get you fooled. They took stuff, and they're throwing it all over the place, and they're yelling at you, and these are actually the barracks I stayed in for basic training. I think this was my barracks back here. All right, so then that's day one pickup troop. Okay, here. Okay, somebody messed up. There's a guarantee somebody's gonna mess up. There's not a question that you will mess up. So everyone's gonna get yelled at, and then they're doing all this stuff, going through clothing. They verify you have all your stuff, and they throw all your stuff around. And they're yelling at you. It's just a lot of yelling. It's a lot of yelling. We didn't do the blood donor. They didn't ask us to give blood. Okay. So, once you're done getting yelled at and everything, then it's time to off to basic, right? So, what is basic training? And then they give this whole list of everything. I'm not going to go through it all with you guys, but I'll show you that we started doing the obstacle course. And there's the obstacle course. Some of the obstacle course we had to run. They're running you like crazy. I can't put a tune on. If I put a tune on, you put some music on it where you are, and then you can listen to it with music in the background to your favorite music. Because if I put a tune on, I'm going to lose. Oh, I'm going to be on a while, David. I'm all by one more time in English. I'm all by myself tonight. All right, so here's some more of the obstacle course that your mom's going to be doing. And everything you see here, your mom is going to do. Your mom is going to do everything you see these people doing, crawling upside down on, your mom's going to be upside down on wires, stuff like that. Then she's going to do a first aid course. And over here. See, I was thinking music when you said, I was like, here she goes, right there, man. First aid was fun. It was a good course. Okay, and then you do some called drill and ceremonies, D&C, and that's when you actually learn to march and all your marching orders and learning all the commands and preparatory commands and execution commands. Okay, now, then your mom's going to get what's called a BRM, and that's Basic Rifleman Marksmanship Training. Your mom's going to be shooting this automatic grenade launcher. Yeah, she's going to go to the hot house and do shooting in the hot house. There was the terrorist. There was my cadre dressed up as terrorist, and we fought him in the hot house. That was fun. You know, the shoot house. We called it the hot house when we were there, but they call it... You do this thing. This is really cool. This is called the EST 2000, and it's an electronic shooting game that they train us on. You shoot at a screen, but they've got these weapons set up that are hooked to air compressors, so when you pull the trigger, it fires a bolt of air, and there's a laser on it that tells where you hit on the target, but it gives you the jolt from the weapon from the air compressed air. So it feels kind of legit. And then we did the shoot house where we cleared rooms, and your mom's going to learn to clear rooms and kick in doors. That's a lot of fun. And I learned to kick in doors, and you'd be surprised it's an art form to kick in a door. Hold on, we're getting there. We're getting there. Slow down, killer. Okay, so we're doing... This is all in order, by the way. This is kind of what you did. There's the rifleman range training where we learn to shoot. A long distance, nice distance shooting. It's coming. We did what's called the STX, the warrior training, where you run through all these things and you're live firing. And they gave us ammo, and we all shoot next to each other while we move positions and advance and stuff like that, and learn positions and cavalry battle. This was one of my favorite days, is when we did rappelling. So we were going down, rappel. Now, do remember, in between all of this, you're getting yelled at the whole time. You're told how everything is doing wrong. They're making you do push-ups out of your mind. You know, you did push-ups wrong. Do push-ups. And then, you know, there's other stuff going on. There's always paperwork in classes. Lots and lots of classes on this and that and the other, IEDs. But here's rappelling, where we got to do. Your mom's going to get to do all this, and she's going to go down the side of the building, which is like 100 and something feet tall. It was so much fun. Okay, now what you were saying is NBC, nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare. There's the gas chamber. There's the gas chamber I went into. I have the DVD of me coming out. If you guys maybe want to see it, we'll get a clip loaded someday. Here's everybody lining up with their masks on to go in. And people coming out of the gas chamber. They're all dying. Oh, more people. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's got snot hanging out of his nose. Look at that. You can even see it right there. Ugh. Let me cover this. Maybe I can get... Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Looking the guy back there. He's dying. He's falling. This kid's down. He's like, I can't take it anymore. He just doesn't want to live. His drive is gone, and he can't take it. Nah, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. It sucks, but it's not that bad. What happened is, for me, they bring you into the chamber. You have your mask on. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough. You have your mask on, right? Correct. IED, improvised explosive device. Now, there's also a VBIED and a VIED, which is a victim-initiated explosive device, and then a VBID is a vehicle-borne implemented explosive device. So there's a variation of them. So what happens is you put your mask on, you walk into the room, right? And they got the canister going. What you got to understand, too, is that the gas they were testing on us is not a gas. It's actually a particle, and it's called CS gas. So what you do is you're in there with your mask on, and the first exercise to show you is how your mask works, is they want you to be confident in your equipment. So I'm sitting in there, and you're like, okay. You saw people coming out dying, and I'm like, okay. I'm breathing in my mask. I'm doing okay. They said, here's the first thing you're going to do, is you're going to break the seal, and then close it, blow to clear all the smoke out, and then to seal, or no, it was seal against your, you break the seal, close it against your face, to make the seal suck in, and then blow out to blow all the stuff out, and then continue breathing to show you that your mask works, and that's how it'll work. And I'm like, okay, got a little in my mouth, I'm okay. And then they're like, now take your mask off. I'm like, uh-oh. take my mask off, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, this isn't so. You start dying instantly, coughing, hacking. It hurts. It burns. You don't feel like you're getting air. You just don't. And there's just like no air in there. It doesn't feel like you're getting oxygen to your lungs. There's like this. But what it is I'm like, okay. I'm like, I can't breathe. He's like, of course you can breathe. You're yelling, you can't breathe. And I was like, okay. He's right. Calm down. It hurts, but you're okay. You are getting oxygen. And as soon as I calmed down, I was fine. Okay, then your mom's gonna do. I think this one your mom is not gonna do. They stopped doing this. No more basic training does this, but I got to do it, and I'll go and show you guys. It was bayonet training. Rifle bayonet training day. They make you run all over the whole place, everywhere you go. And when you get to your target, you have to stop. Kill. You run to the next target. Kill. Run to the next target. You have to yell the whole way. I swear to God, I can't make this stuff up. This is what they made us do. Every target was kill, and then run to the next one. It was a long course, too. It was like 3 miles. Okay, then pugils. This was one of my favorites, where we fight each other with the pugil sticks. Now, the red side represents your bayonet, and the black side represents the buttstock, and that's what you're supposed to be. Stab with the left, buttstock with the dark. That was fun. Then we got into combatives, where we started learning the fighting techniques and everything like that, and those fighting techniques are not meant to get into hand-to-hand combat. The idea of these fighting techniques is to hold off somebody until help can help you. That was the true purpose of combatives, but they don't teach you a lot of that right there. And then we moved over into radios and communications, so we got to play with the radios and learn to talk on the radios. I myself have perfect radio etiquette in the military, and if anybody ever wants to question that, I would be happy to do radio etiquette for you. My Army radio etiquette is flawless. In fact, I used to run 5 radios at one time, all different call signs in Iraq. I took all kinds of different information. It's still stuck in my head. I know which radio. I can picture the radio stack in my head. And I know which radio was which call sign and how to respond to who, and who was on the sheriff's net, and anybody who's military will know. Anyway, so it was also nice that I had a leg up, and they said, why in radio class do we say niner instead of 9? And I raised my hand, and they said, go, Private. I stood up, I said, Sergeant, because the word 9 in German is 9, and it wouldn't make sense to our friends in NATO who would be German. Sir, Sergeant. Correct, right, blah, blah, blah. Very good. How do you know that? I'm like, I speak a little bit of German. Okay, so then your mom is going to do... Oh, this was a fun one. Map reading and land navigation. So you learn to read maps, and here's what they do. Is pretty much basic training is you learn to do it, then you spend a week learning it, a week doing it, a week learning it, a week doing it. So then we learned all of that. And then they take you out and they drop you off in the woods, and you have to find your way back. They give you a map, but they let you loose in the woods, and they're like, if you get lost, stay there. Okay. Then we had hand grenade training. There's hand grenade training, where we got to throw live hand grenades. I only got to throw 2 in my whole career. That sucked. I missed the next one. And then we did weapons class. There's the AT-4. It's not a bazooka. That's an AT-4, an anti-tank vehicle. They've got these guys on what looks like 249s or some 240 Bravos, shooting some more weapons and shooting some more guns and stuff like that. Then you do what's called a forward operating base, where you go out and you take everything you learned in basic training and you spend a week pretending to guard your own base, or you make a base. We had a base that we had to guard. Others had to dig their own and stuff like that, but we had to guard. We had guard towers we had to do in basic training, and our drill sergeants would assault us at night. With throw mock grenades and stuff like that into us. And then we also had to do the mount site, where we execute everything in high speed, real time, assaulting of a village and being armed by resistance. We also did a paintball day. I do remember that, and I got shot up like crazy. Actually, yeah, and you can see where the paintballs are still splattered. I don't know if they were playing it, but we got to do. If it was too cold, they didn't use paintballs, but we got it right there where there's some old paintballs. So we did a paintball exercise with that one instead of using blanks. We learned to fire from vehicles. Your mom's going to do all that. Shoot from the back of vehicles and stuff like that. And individual, what does that say? Tactical training. How to move like on a small unit. We had to learn small movements. How to crawl under barbed wire. Stuff like that. Convoy live fire exercise. It was a fun day. And then, and that was that. The STX, okay. Now, if you stayed there and you continued on, they would do, if you were a tank driver, that was also a tank training school. So you would just go over and start learning to drive tanks. But, you had to capture the bad guys, which were mocked up, set up people, and hold them for intel. And that was, that's going to be your mom's basic training. So she'll be doing all of that. Now let's see, there's some pictures from basic training, and she'll do some training, there'll be days of other stuff they'll do, just random days. But for the most part, oh, these are a picture of my group going through. Let me see if I can find a picture of me for you guys coming out of the gas chamber. This is actually my basic training going through. No. Oh, this was the kid who was bunking underneath me. Right there. Dude, no, I was so out of shape. I lost 60 pounds to get into the Army, and then they cut another like 50 off me. So I lost like 110 pounds in like 6 months. I used to be a big boy. When I was in diesel school, I was a big boy. I cut a lot of the weight, but my first run time was we ran 2 miles, and I ran it in 18 minutes, and that's failing. And by the end of that's fine. You're supposed to fail at your first one, and that's to assess where you are. And at the end of my basic training, I was running a 2 mile in like 16 minutes. So I cut 2.5 minutes off, which is good. By the time I got to Iraq, I was running it in 13 minutes, 30 seconds, 2 miles. I used to do, let's see, on my PT test, 90 sit-ups in 2 minutes. I usually did about 50 push-ups in 2 minutes, and then I ran the 2 mile, usually anything 14 or under, but my best was a 13:30. Hold on, I got an Army buddy. Let me see if I can get him to come hang out with us on this live stream. He was a good kid. He's one of my buddies. Let's see if he gets it. That'd be cool. Thank you, David. I try. I graduated from high school with a 4.0 all through high school. Yeah. No, David, I do not want you doing that. You do not. You do not. Not a penny. Not a penny, sir. Not a penny. Your mom is sacrificing enough. I want you just hanging out, watching my videos, and enjoy. If you want to actually donate your time to me. That's all I need is your time. Go watch my videos. Find something that makes you laugh. Thumbs up it. And hopefully I made you smile. That's what you can do for me, David. That's what you can do for me, buddy. And then what's really cool about this book was, guys, is I had everybody sign it. Everybody signs your books that you buy. I bought this package when I was in Basic. I wanted it. And all my friends signed it from Basic stuff. And the stuff people wrote about me was really weird. Some people you got... when I was in Basic, people were always bored when we had like a little bit of downtime. What's up there? What's up, Garb? What's going on, man? I hope I someday get to that, but But I hope someday I'll have 1 million subs. But let's see, it's I was making games in basic training. I drew a complete and cut out my own complete set of what you needed to play Monopoly on paper. I wrote it all down and I did it all from memory. What the hotels cost and what the rent is on everything. I have it all memorized. So I was able to make game boards. I drew up game boards for playing Battleship. I made a hacky sack out of foot powder, a plastic bag, a sock, and the sewing kit that they gave us. So I sewed my own hacky sack. Well, here, check this out. Well, we got an old Army buddy's phone number. I wonder if it's any good. We'll have to call it. Oh, my buddy, here's my buddy Ellis. This was my bunkmate. We were on the top bunks together next to each other all through basic, and he wrote this. Greenbaum, it was sure fun hanging out with you and BSing around. We had some really good times and better times to come in the future. Keep in touch and stay Jewish slash... See you at AIT, and he gave me his phone number and everything. P.S. Oh, man, I just had some applesauce earlier, and that was it. Let me find some other funny ones we can read. I can't say that one. um, oh, it's been a lot. And okay, some of these I don't want to read. Richards, oh yeah, I see you there, buddy. Stay strong. See, a lot of guys saying just this is the usual. Let me get to some of the friends. People wrote all kinds of stuff. Uh, Outlaws forever. Hell's over now. So guess what? DSL, drink, sex, life. You will always remember. You will always remember my nickname. I remember like to partay. Wink, wink. Oh, yeah, this kid used to go crazy. He was weird. And then here's my buddy O'Malley. Uh-oh. Yeah, Vlad's a good guy. I didn't go to basic with Vlad. He was just a good friend of mine from a long time ago. Oh, one guy said, Greenbaum, aka Doc, appreciate all the good things you did for me. I'm glad this is over. Now it's time for the next level. Hopefully, our future works at the way that we get to see each other again. And then he gave me a phone number, but it's probably no good. Now, what I told a lot of people to do was with phone numbers was to write down parents' phone numbers or phone numbers you knew that wasn't going to change for a long time. So, this guy and I got into a fight, and he said sometimes we wanted to kill each other, but I'd fight beside you anytime. Stay in touch, stay safe, battle. So I didn't get along with everybody in my basic training. I got into some fights. Hepburn was a good cat. I met a lot of good people. I don't know what happened to a lot of them. Lindbacher, oh yeah. I may call some of these people. We should do that on a video. I should live recall some of these old basic training numbers and see if I can get a hold of people. Sean I wind up calling, and O'Malley and I stay in touch. He's one of my friends on Facebook. We didn't get along quite the whole time, but it's a lot better now, and we're really good friends, and I'm so proud of him. He just had a new kid. So happy for him. Oh, look, my kitty's right there. She's sleeping. I'm sure I can, David. I'll probably come on live again tomorrow. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. And then, actually, here, since we're here, I'll go ahead and show you this. I was awarded the Community of Heroes Award. And then I got this letter, or this from them, and it said, all are created equal, few become heroes. And this is, I got this from a company that sent it to me for something I did. I don't remember. Something from my military service, one of mine. So they gave me this limited artwork edition, and it's really nice. I like that saying at the bottom, all are created equal, few become heroes. I don't see myself as a hero in any way, shape, or form. And this is what every soldier is hoping for. I gotta just make sure I cover up one little part of my, you guys don't need to see my social. This is what's called a DD-214. And this is essentially a complete list of everything I did in the military, broken down into small bits. These are my awards and decorations I received. I got the Afghan Campaign Medal with the Campaign Star. Army Commendation Medal, I got 2 of those. I received 2 Army Achievement Medals, 2 of those. My Meritorious Unit Commendation Medal. My Army Good Conduct Medal. I got 2 of those. My National Defense Service Medal, my Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, my Iraq Campaign Medal with Blonde Star, and it continues into Block 18. My Overseas Service Ribbon, I got 2 of those. My NATO Medal, I got 1 of those, and my Campaign Star, and my Army Service Ribbon. So I think I had a total of 11 awards in total, and some of them I had multiple, so I think it worked out to 14 awards in total. It's not a whole lot. I tried to tie my dad, but he had so many that it was impossible to catch up to him. It was impossible. He had so many. Like, my achievement, he did a lot longer in the military, too. So he had a lot more time to earn more awards. So, yeah. Yep. And there's my rank. There was Sergeant Greenbaum. I entered on November of 2006. I did an effective total of, I think it's right at 7 years. A few days short of right at 7 years. So like 6 years, 11 months, and X number of days. Yep. And then it tells where I deployed to and everything like that. My Iraq and obviously Afghanistan and what my job was. Yep. So that's like, this is Army Gold. And I've gotten some other awards somewhere, but I don't really care. I've got my medals from the dance stuff somewhere. All the awards I won for that somewhere. I don't care. Yep. What are some of the stuff you guys have done? What's some of the cool things you guys have gotten into? Some of the amazing things. I'm sure everybody has some amazing stuff they've done. Everybody. Absolutely everybody. So you guys have got to done some cool stuff. Oh, good, David. Sweet, man. Sweet, 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 sweet. Cool, 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 cool. Ugh. I have to dig out those old VHSs of when I used to do dance performances. Not a VHS. It's a good thing I got a VHS player. I got a tape player. I went to the thrift store and picked one up. It was really, really, really cheap. And I was like, sweet! So I can watch old VHSs again. I don't know. I like old VHSs. Scary movies are better on VHS because they're so grainy and it's harder to see. And it gives a little more mystery. Traveling from Georgia and Connecticut in north. You're heading north? Oh, that's cool, buddy. All right. Georgia, Georgia, we on that grinding like all the time in Georgia. Actually, I hooked mine up to my flat screen. I hooked it right up to my flat screen. I just used the audio video input, and it worked fine. I got a nice forehead though, like not forehead for those people who know what about VHSs. Oh, you're in Connecticut. I had a buddy who was in my basic training from Connecticut. He lived in New London. I've never been to. I think I've been to Connecticut once. I visited it, just drove through it maybe. Um, I was just. We went to New Hampshire for the first time not too long ago. I got to finally visit New Hampshire, and I'll be going back to Massachusetts soon. I'm gonna go visit my buddy in Massachusetts. Uh, But yeah, you can hook a VCR. I went the forehead back to what that is that a four-head VCR is it has four spinning heads. Oh, you live in Georgia. I got it. I got you. I got you. Now I'm tracking. Oh, well then see you're right next door to me. You're just down south a little bit. I'm in Tennessee. See? Oh, cool, David. Sorry about that interruption, guys.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I used to fly little airplanes when I was a kid too, and I don't mean like little airplanes. I flew small single prop Cessnas. Uh, I did that for a little bit. I have a few flight hours under that. Was always working towards my pilot's license, but that was years ago. So traveled around a lot. I like traveling. I like moving around. A man about town, if you will. It's not all about just up and down. It's also back and forth and in and out. I'm gonna do some work here while we build the audience back up. Try to make this live stream a little better, get some more attention. I appreciate everybody hanging out, but I'd love to attract some new people to the channel. So I got to mess with these tags a little bit to complement the channel a little better. I have a general set I throw in just to get everything started. But you're tired. It's only like 9 o'clock. You're a young man. You can deal. So let's clean these up a bit. Get rid of those. Let's add in some good phrases. There we go. We're getting some good ones in there. Yeah, see, look, they're staying up wicked late. All right, we're getting rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, yeah. Life is such, though, huh? Life is as such. Everyone's got You got to do what you got to do, buddy. Do what you got to do, and you'll be okay. Now it's allowing me to insert these as tags, so let's see if that'll work. We can put a smiley face in now as a tag. That's funny. I'll throw that in there just for kicks. Just for kicks. All right. Let's see if that helps out. Maybe we'll find some people come hang out with us. Nice. 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 Ugh. Actually, 1 second, guys. Let me put this away. I don't want to make a huge mess. Got this to share. This is my ticket stub from my first concert I just went to. So cool. Iron Maiden. Good old Iron Maiden, right? He was over here. They were over here in Nashville at the Bridgestone Arena, and I'd never been to a concert, so my uncle decided to take me. And wow, it was so cool. We had really good seats. He definitely got us a nice setup there. It was awesome. And wow. My first concert ever. Aw, David, man, you can always tune back in later, man. Get some rest if you're sleepy. No big deal. Boy, your boy G-Bomb's always going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. You can always go watch some old Unique Drink Guru while you fall asleep and then come back and watch this later. There you go. Start a playlist of the Unique Drink Guru and just hit watch all, and then you don't even have to click a button. You can just enjoy and learn about some drinks. Yep. Who doesn't like that? Who has 2 thumbs and likes weird drinks? This guy. Oh, buddy. Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not okay. Okay. Woo! That's a trip to the Batcave. Alfred did it right. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Should we do some voices? Should we do some voices? What voices should we do tonight? Now, I know some people got to hear my Russell Brand the other day. Ha ha. Peter from Family Guy. I don't do the voices well. I can do phrases. Hey, no, you know, Lowish. No, I don't do Peter very well. I don't do Peter very. But I can do Lois. I can do. Oh, Peter. And then yes, Stewie Griffin here. Wondering, what do you think you're doing there, Brian? Listen, Stewie. It's not that I wanted to come over. You got my money, bitch. That's all that really matters. I don't really care where you were, what you were doing. You just owe me some money, man. I expect it. Brian, man, you need to calm down, man. So just go and get that cash, whatever you can, man. It's no big deal, man. Really, really, man. All right, right, all right. And I can't do Chris, but I can do Morty. Oh God, it's John. When I love when Peter put up the thing, it's Hitler. Oh God, grab John Stewart. He's our most protected of Jews. Oh God, don't take anything. Muriel over here. Oh, of course, the one kid with a lisp. Say, Meg, what's up? So, you gonna come to my show tonight, huh? Super sweet, Meg. So, Meg, stop on in anytime. Super sweet. See, I have to do the eyes with that one. It really helps. Just, Meg. Yeah. There's so much facial expressions and, like, attitude that has to go into it. Well, there's a reason to choke up, man. Yeah, that was the scene from Half Baked. He goes, do you burn? No, my father's in jail for drugs. All the more reason to choke up, man. Oh, no, do you smoke? No, my grandma died of lung cancer. All the more reason to choke up, man. You guys want anything? Get some Haagen-Dazs ice cream, man. We're gonna get some water, whole lot of water, pizza. We need 2 pizzas, everything on it, man. We're gonna get some graham crackers. We're gonna get some chocolate and some marshmallows. We're gonna make s'mores, man. We need a bag of this grape jelly, a loaf of bread, and Okay, if I'm not back in 15 minutes, call the police. If he's not back in 15 minutes, we're calling Domino's. Oh, that's a good movie. I think that was filmed in Canada. And 2 giant pizzas. Everything on them. Water, a whole lot of water. And Funyuns. Not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do and flip out, man. Just wanna know one thing, man. One thing. Who's coming, man? Who's coming with me, man? Who's coming? I'll go. Jan! Thank you! Jan, huh? Have I seen Ripped? I don't think so. No. I can say no. Look, my hair sticks out. I look like a clown. I look like a mad scientist with it on like that. Someone's gonna think it's a wig. Let's do it like this, just for the fun of it. Huh. Okay, so now that we've got this hat on in a ridiculous way, part the Red Sea. There we go. Awesomeness. Okay. There we go. Is that good? That looks terrible. Looks horrible. Horrible. I can't do that to myself. We'll just do a little fix that there job. There we go. Look at the difference. Should I just leave one side? Just leave one side. I think so. I'll check it out. Ripped. I'll check it out. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Just one side. It's like 2 different looks. This side, this side. This side, this side. Homeless, LA. Oh, that sounds funny. That sounds funny. That's hilarious. What a great idea. Ugh. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something else we can go over. We can chat shit about. See how I flop flip that? That's funny. That's funny. Oh boy. Running out of things to chit about, or chat about, I guess. I'm trying to think, what can we go over? What can we talk about? Oh, Nemo, what's up, buddy? Yeah, good, good. Well, we've been worried about you. Glad to see that you're back and you're okay. We got a nice big 7 thumbs up, 8 thumbs up from you guys already. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So Gary's chilling tonight, hanging out with us because he's got no work tomorrow. He's lock, stock, ready to rock. Nemo joining us in, of course. Piper, what are you looking at? See, she's sitting over in that corner right where I said that thing. She's looking up, look at me. Just sitting there. There's nothing. She's just sitting there looking at nothing. Staring at the wall, that same spot. Oh, I'm good, man. How you been, buddy? Thank you so much for asking. Probably going to play some Call of Duty for sure later. I know that. Because it's already early. We started the stream right on time. A lot of my streams have been demonetized lately, but oh well. No, I don't think I'm going to stream COD. I think I'm just going to play tonight. I don't really want to do a lot more of the gaming stuff until I get that capture card. Because I really, really, really want that before I start doing any more of playing the games and stuff along those lines. It's just the quality isn't where I want it to be, and I know it can be so much easier, but yeah, Batcave, absolutely. And that's all I'm waiting for. Is I'm gonna get that capture card soon enough, and then it won't be an issue. Like I said, my first payout's coming from Brad, so I want to do the magnets, the capture card. I got to put some aside that's people have donated for his trip, so that's too easy. And if you'd like to share, man, that's fine if you want to, but hopefully you're okay. I'm sure it had something to do with with those people bothering you, whatnot. And I hope you didn't let it affect you in a negative way or get to you. You know, you got your friends here trying to help you out with that. And but if you'd like to share, you're more than welcome. No one's gonna shoot you down there or talk negatively about you. We're gonna lay it to you honestly, and hopefully that helps. Oh, okay. Well, didn't you just break your wrist? You said last time. What were you playing soccer with a broken? What were you playing soccer with a broken wrist? Shouldn't have done that. I don't know what I was doing. I was just seeing how much air I could pack into my cheeks. Why? I don't know. Yeah, but you kind of need your upper body for running. You'd be surprised. Yes, but think about this, though. In a game of feet, you broke your arm. Not super, just saying. If you guys know Dragon Ball Z, I can imagine that would be like a Maury Povich on Planet Vegeta. It would be called Not Super, Just Saying. Welcome back to another episode of Not Super, Just Saying. We're talking here with fellow Saiyan, Goku. Goku, how are you doing today? Well, I am Super Saiyan. That's great, Goku, but that's not the point. Well, it happens, buddy. It happens. It happens. But go take care of yourself, man. How you gonna type? You're just sitting here, one hand, broken wrist, broken arm, having to type with your nose. Your daughter likes Dragon Ball Z? Dude, I love Dragon Ball Z. I didn't know you had a daughter, Gary. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. 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 Dragon Ball Z. Dragon. Lots of Dragon Ball Z. On the next episode, here we go. On the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z, Goku is finally powering up the Spirit Bomb as Vegeta is prepared to defend against Frieza. Will he be able to hold off long enough for Goku to get the Spirit Bomb off? Stay tuned for the next exciting edition to find out. Right here on Dragon Ball Z. Oh, that's so awesome, Gary. You got... Aw, look at that. That's funny there, Nemo. I didn't know you had a daughter. She's 24 and she's got you got a grandson. That's 3. That's so cool, dude. Look at you, man. You're setting up franchises. Good for you, Gary. You're setting up the Gary franchise, the Gary Brannigan, the Brannigan franchise. He's got them setting up all over the UK. That's what I'm talking about. Good for you, Gary. Good for you, man. Oh, we got to get Stan to join in for a little giggle. A little giggle, love. Did we get you to smile is what we did. Oi. I got you got a little ear-to-ear grin going. He's a coy one, he is. Oh, and we can... Now we'll talk a little bit of Australian. Crikey, Agaston. Agaston, I wonder what the A stands for. Is it Ashley? A little bit of Ashley is what it is. You're 14, mate, and a nephew and a niece. Babysitter is good money. It is good money, mate. Oh, I went right back into, English. I didn't mean to, but I did. It's almost as if we can do a little bit of Russell Brand, mate. And Gaston. Oh, no, it makes perfect sense. Now we know the A, Gaston. I was going with more thinking of Beauty and the Beast, so it's a Gaston. That's where my mind's been wondering a whole bit. But now that you've told us, we know, and the mystery there is solved. That's an Americanized accent. Right. Well, it's the one I can do. It's the one that sounds right to us Americans. We definitely get it down. We don't like Fosters. There's really no shrimp to put on the barbie. And you bloody wankers can go piss off. Bogan? Sound a lot like... okay. Well, I apologize.
I've never been to Australia. I've never been. I can't help it.
But, someday I'm going to go to Australia. Never had a shrimp on the Barbie. You know what? That would be... Don't kill it. Don't ruin things. Put another shrimp on the Barbie. But I knew that wasn't something that was said too. That's just some stupid thing they came up with. So I understand. I would never. And I would never go... I would never go to a country and do all the stupid American things that people do. Not in a host country. Now, you come to America and you tell me that, I'm from Australia. Then we'll pick up. Then we'll goof around. But never to disrespect in your native land. Never. That would be rude. But if you come over, of course, in America, we can have fun about it because that's what America's about. It's a melting pot. So, of course, we can always joke about that. But no, no, never in a. But I would never say something stupid. You reminded me of my Steve Irwin. Right, mate. Oh, yeah, this crook right here, he's a gorgeous one. Look at the colouring right here. He's so excited. He's a beautiful bloke. And we've got his little Shayla right over here. She's ready to join up. Let's see if these two will get along. We're going to put them in the bank together and see. American equal party. Woo! Party. You can't spell party without America. Well, actually, you can, but... You can't spell party without the A for America. Or A for Australia. Now, I'm not aware of how New Zealanders sound, so I don't know the difference. If I could hear a New Zealander and someone could point out the difference, then I would understand. The America is silent. Parte America. The America is silent. I love it. That would make such a great t-shirt. That would make a great t-shirt. Oh. Yeah, just stretching. 1 minute. Oh, bathroom calls. Well, I thought he meant 1 million bathroom calls. I'm like, jeez, that's a lot of laxative, dude. If you got to go to the bathroom 1 million times. What? Oh, I don't know. Just coughing, you know. A little trip to the back cave. That's all relative, mate. 1 second, excuse me. Okay, all done. All back. I'm back. I wonder. Miss Squizzy. Okay. So now that I am back over here, and you are back over here, well, isn't that awesome? Oh, I don't drink alcohol. Or very rarely. Mojito once in a while. Love my mojitos. Well, that's cool. That's good business for everybody. If there's going to be a facility built, that means there's going to be jobs, and there's going to need truck drivers to move stuff. And there's going to have to be packaging, driving stuff in, and then they're going to pay taxes for their building, and that's going to be good for your town all around. And they're pumping all that money. There's going to be lots of work, so that's good. High five. Do the internet five. Ready, Gaston? Here we go. Ready, get set up. I'll give you a second to catch up. 1, 2, 3. High five. Hold. Bam, I felt it right through the internet. Wow. Strong one there. Very good. Very nice. And for all the rest of you out there, we'll do a psychic high five. Ready? Ah, done. All right. Good high five. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I recharged my batteries. It's kind of like I needed a battery recharge, and I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm having a good day today. Today's a good day. Right? See? Look at that. That's a great industry to bring into it. I think it is. Miss Guzzy. Pretty kitty. My hyper piper. So what's in... Oh. It's just tea. Just a green tea. I don't want to show a name brand. But here, I'll cover that up right there. Just some green tea. Sugar-free green tea. We were showing earlier how I make my own teas. I have stuff to make my own special blend of teas and all the different flowerings and teas I use to make my own special blend. And the main ingredient is this is what you want out of it, and that tastes nasty. So to make it not taste so nasty, you use these, and then you get. Oh, the kitty likes that. Yeah. Oh, come on. Walk gently and carry a big gun. Look at her spots. They're coming in so nice. So nice. Oh, I understand what you mean. Your sangria. Everybody enjoys a nice sangria once in a while there, eh, Gaston? Uh, mine's for medical purposes. It just happens that it calms my mind enough that I feel a lot better. So, yeah. Look at the cat right there. I'm gonna poke her. Blink. 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 I feel like Patrick Swayze in Ghost. Oh. 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 Oh, did you? Aha. With the aid of sangria, you were able to save. Yeah, that kitty. Da na 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 na. My kitty. I love her spots so much. She's such a cool cat. So unique. I love their personalities. They're just so. Every animal is different. Yep. What are you doing? Anyway, so, well, got off subject there. I just thought of something and it was kind of weird. Tell me what you guys think. This is what my mind did. Did you ever think that a zoo is kind of like a socialist society? From the animal's view, I mean. Um, think about it. They're provided everything. They're given everything. They really have limited free will. But they also can be told when it's time to die. Technically. They can be separated at any time and sent wherever. But they'll always be provided all from the man above. It's a socialist society. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I wouldn't want a socialist society, but I'm just saying that's what just popped in. So I had to tell you guys. All right, I'm done with the hat for a minute. They get the best health care. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. They get good health care there. They're all taken care of. They get sick, treated right away. But they don't pay their own taxes either, so I guess that's somebody else still paying for their health care. So I've heard. um, Healthcare is free here in America too. You can get free healthcare in America. It's very simple. Just join the army for 20 years. Free healthcare for you and your family. And you'll have it the whole 20 years, and then when you're done the 20 years, you'll still have healthcare for you and your family. So, good to go. Good to go. You can also get free education, free healthcare. It's all in the army. You get all that in the army. And they'll let you shoot a gun. Well, that's interesting with the lion poo. One, I don't think it would be the easiest thing to import some lion poo. I mean, maybe if I went to a zoo. If I went to the zoo for the poo, and I said to a guy whose name was Abu, and I said, listen here, you, I need the poo from this zoo. Is that cool? And he said, sure. And I said, will money do? He said, just a few. So then I got the poo from the zoo. I took the zoo from the poo to my house where I sprinkled it around. Yeah. We got a lot of cats around here, so like my neighbor, this cat over here, the one sleeping, is she up there? Yeah, she's still up there. Hold on. Hi, pretty girl. There she is. So she is the daughter and granddaughter of the neighbor's cats. Or the sister and daughter of the neighbor's cats. So they kind of do their thing together, but she was the runt. She's very little compared to the rest of them. So she plays with them. Her dad lives somewhere over there. We've seen him running around. That's where she gets the calico. She was the only one that was calico out of the whole group. They got a white one over next door, and it's cross-eyed, though. It's cross-eyed. Pretty kitty, though. But they all meow the same, though, so that's what's funny. And one time, we heard a cat meowing outside of our front door. And we're like, oh, it must be this one wanting in, because they sound exactly the same. And Evie opens the door up, and it was the white cat. And she's this beautiful, beautiful white with, like, black on her paws only. But, like, it fades from white to gray to black, so it's not just, like, a quick change. Her legs start changing the colors, and it's really pretty. But the cat was at the wrong door. She was meaning to be next door, and she looked, Evie opened the door to let her in. She said the cat looked down, looked up at her, looked around, looked back up at her, kind of looked in, and was like, oh, and then ran out back over to the other house. Wrong house. It was kind of just funny. The cat was crying at the wrong door to get in. It was kind of funny. But no, they go outside and they capture lizards and they play. Once she gets fixed, Piper will be allowed to go outside and play. But she has to get fixed first. I'm not trying to have a whole litter of kitties. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And Peanut, he was neutered. Butter, oh, no, she's easy to keep an eye on. The Chester Zoo, we've got a zoo in Nashville. It's called the Grassmere Zoo. It's not bad. I like the otters. I always go to the otters. Wherever we go to a zoo or anywhere, look, if you get lost from me, I'll be at the otters. I'll just go watch otters all day. They're so cool. I went to the aquarium in Colorado, and they had some otters there, and they were really cool. They were very interactive with the people watching. That was a lot of fun. What, Nemo? Huh. That was weird. Okay. I wasn't sure what was being said there. And there is an actual bat cave? Wait, what? Cool, bat cave. Oh, I guess where A. Gaston's gonna have that thing built, there's gonna be a real bat cave. Cool. Cool. That's rocking. Cool, 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 cool. I've been practicing ventriloquism a little bit. It's not that difficult, but there's certain words you have to do that are different. So like, I gotta work on my facial expressions. But talking without using your lips isn't too difficult. There are some words that are harder to say than others. But for the most part, it's easy enough. You just sit there. This look on his face though sucks. It hates that I have to grind so hard to hold it. But it's a work in progress. Not bad for being self-taught and just seeing how I could do it and see how I could do it one day, and I did. It's starting to move a little bit. It's kind of hard to hold. I'm practicing. It's a work in progress, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I just self-teaching and keep trying and keep working at it and don't let it stop. And yeah. Cool, 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 cool. Singing isn't too difficult. It's a little easier to sing when you're doing it because you can it's all in the throat. I can show you the world. Shining, shining. No, that's not a very good song to sing. It's kind of hard. I don't know. I'd have to figure out something like, the hand of the other is there inside your mind. M's are hard. M's. Mm-hmm. Sing once again with me. Nah, I'm done. I'm not gonna do any more ventriloquism right now. It strains a lot of jaw muscle work. I'd have to practice. I gotta practice. It's just like I just started doing that, like maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. Started learning to try to do just practicing ventriloquism, and I'm working on it. Words are hard, B's are very difficult, M's are very difficult, but I'm learning. Kind of just teaching myself and just practice. But eventually. And trying to do voices without moving my lips would be the ultimate goal. Be able to do my different voices. Yes, Smithers, Kidney horses and. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I hope she's okay and everything went well there for her and nothing's too bad. Man, that really just strips out the throat. Okay. So, who's ever in this live stream, we got 6 people, it says. I can't see there being 6 people all participating. We've got Nemo is participating, Gary is participating, and A. Gaston. That means there's more people in here, and someone's just watching and not saying hi. And, of course, good luck to your sis. So, I really want you guys to stop by and say hi. When you guys come up with topics you want me to talk about, we'll do a little talk about it. Talk. What do I think? What do you think? She arrived. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. That was a shame. Absolute shame. I've been to all those hotels before, too. The Mandala, I've been to it. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission, a 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life in other forms, to boldly go where no one has gone before. What about space? What do you want to know about space? I know a lot about space. Don't know everything. I'm not going to pretend, but I know a lot about space. It's very big. It's very cold in some places. There's a vacuum. NASA does have a pretty cool channel. I've seen some of it, of the space station live. That's pretty neat. That's nifty. I'm excited to see what Elon Musk is doing with this whole SpaceX thing. I would be a great candidate to go to Mars. Excellent candidate. Hey Gaston, I am writing a sci-fi book right now. I've been working on it for about a year, but I've been coming up with the inspiration for about 5 years and ironing it out in my head. And I finally started writing it. I think I'm going to self-publish that little baby when it's done. It's a little... I think everyone's going to like it. I really do. I don't want to reveal too much because I don't want someone stealing my idea, but I've been... Yeah. It should be really good. I'll give you the title if you guys want the title. Who wants to hear the title? I can do the title. I've already got the sequel written. Oh, not written. It's done in here. It's all done. The whole book is written. The movie there. Well, you know what? Maybe we could work a character into that. If I've made, guys, you guys could have free copies. I'd print it out. Once I get it going, I'll send you the PDF file. You guys will be the ones that can have it for free. But I've been working on it. I've got 2 chapters done right now. It's got to be ironed out so much more. No, Nemo's not a character. I'm going to work, you know that I have names to work with. There were some people that just didn't have names, and we can assign them names. And we'll do that for you guys. I'll start working some of it into it. But I've got to finish writing it. It's been a few months since I've written on it. I keep it on my computer, and I type away every once in a while to get the story going. I know how it's going to go. It's going to be awesome. If I finish it, I've just got to get the motivation to finish writing my book. It's, like I said, it's going to be real fun. A lot of science-based stuff into it. A lot of some stuff I had to, just do the way I need to. But you guys want the title? If you want a title, let's see a big number 1. Number 1 from everybody who wants to hear the title. It's very ominous. Oh boy, people want to know the title. All right. The name of my book. All right, I'm going to give you just the title, and I'll give you, it's going to be tricky. All right, here we go. Just the title. It's called Sanctified. You guys have no idea what that, you need to understand what sanctified means, though, to understand why the book is called that. And then the sequel, you guys are going to get an insight. Not a lot of people have even heard about this. It's called Unsanctified. I don't know. I was thinking about entering it only writing it as a short story, and I really need to find a good ghostwriter who can jump in and help me with it and knows more about writing. I've got the whole thing, but I'd like to hire a ghostwriter to help me finish it and then put it all together and then publish it on Amazon or self-publish it or contact a few publishing agencies and see if I can get rejected. Oh, well, go look up the word sanctified. Go look up the word sanctified. And it's really... Oh, well, see, I need someone who's also can do... I'm really looking for pretty much like a co-author on the book is what I'm really looking for. And but I need someone who's serious, and I would have to do... It would be a process, because this is I think that this would be a New York #1 bestseller in the sci-fi if I can ever... Can I spell it in the chat? Hold on. Yeah, I got you. There you go, buddy. Here, I'll give you the definition. I got it looked up right here. Set apart as or declare holy, consecrate. Made legitimate or binding. Free from sin, purify. So those are the definitions of it. Set apart, but I wanted to go as that one. Set apart as or declared holy, consecrated. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea. Don't think the church. Please don't think it has anything to do with that. It does not. The wording will make sense once you read the book. And I've been working on it. I've got, like I said, 2 chapters done. I'd like to try to push it out to about 10 chapters. And then that would be I don't know if I could even push it out to 10 chapters. If I could figure out, it might work out. Depends on how long I make the chapters. I wrote 1 chapter was I think 12. Okay, sorry about that interruption again. I'm back. But yeah, so working on it. I gotta see how well it's gonna break down. If maybe I can make the chapters shorter, maybe just release it as a short story. You know what the shortest story ever written was? The shortest short story? It was called, it was a book called, I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was, the whole book goes like this. It was a short story. What if Eve had not conceived? And that was the end of the book. But mine's going to be good. I need to change some names, and I'll change some names to work some of you guys in there just for the fun of it. So that way when you guys are reading it, you'll always be able to have that and say, here's me right there in the book. But I'm going to get it done. It may take me a while. I've been working on it. However long it takes me until I finish it and I feel it's good. And then, like I said, I'd like to hire a ghostwriter or a co-author on the book, give the idea, and have someone else who knows a little more about writing on how to buff the book up a little. But I think the idea is amazing. What's the sequel? Or it's a sequel. The sequel is Unsanctified. Unsanctified. I was thinking about doing a writing class. I have really good literature skills. I write very well when I get into the groove. It's getting into the groove, and I'm really good at writing papers, but I'm not very good at writing dialogue, like making sure all that, not desanctified, no, definitely unsanctified. I can see the title already, what it's going to be raised up and what it's going to look like on the book cover. It's already here. It's already here. But not because desanctified, only because I don't know. I just think the un in capitals will look really good with the hyphen in between it. And it'll be and then underneath it, the sequel to, the long-awaited sequel to, it won't be long-awaited, I'll have it written by the time. If the first book ever does come out and does well, I'll have the second book up and ready to go in a matter of months. It'll be up and ready. It's just the way the catchy, you kind of have to do it for Americans. We got to kind of make it simple. And not everyone's going to know desanctified. People might get it messed up, but... Oh, you're good with dialogue. Well, that's good. That's good. I would need someone over the age of 18, unfortunately, because of legal purposes. Because I would be trying to market this. Oh, I've already got the movie, how to adapt. It's already adaptable to a movie. It would work perfect. The CGI would be there, what we would need to do with it. It wouldn't be too difficult. I've already had one actor in mind for one role. I'm not going to say who. Not me. So don't confuse that you think I would want to be on. I wouldn't want to be on screen at all. But it's, man. I've told a few people the storyline, like family, and my dad and my stepmom were just blown away. But of course, that's kind of hard to, like, see them as an objective person because, of course, they're my parents, so they're going to want to tell me it's a good idea. But I also do respect my parents, them enough to think that they would tell me the truth too, and they did. I think they do. And I think that if it was a bad one, they would tell me. And my stepmom was the one who was really into it. She thought it would be cool. Well, no, you have rights too, but there's legal aspects because you're a minor. It's trust me, buddy. I'm gonna get a hold of somebody. I want this book to do. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to take a shot at it, and it's gonna have to be. This is something I really have been passionate about. Is writing this book. As long as I can get motivated to keep doing it. But. Wouldn't it be cool, though? Wouldn't it be cool, guys, if you guys got the insight on it and we did like a closed private live chat where I reveal the book to everybody and you guys will all be my co-writers and we'll sit down and having this thing, all you guys will have to do is help me type out the next bit of what goes into it, cut and paste it finish the book out. Then we all can publish it, and we'll call it a YouTube story. And it won't just be, it'll be my idea, but it'll be you guys helping. And then we'll have one of the most unique books written on a live YouTube. what a great story that would make. Just the backstory to it on how we wrote it would be awesome. Maybe we could do something like that. 1 second. Don't drink a lot of tea and not have to go pee. Okay, sorry about all that. Well, I could do a live chat on PS4, but I don't have a PS4. So, I have to get a PS4. I don't know if I really would want to buy a PS4, but Nemo, I'm not saying you can't write a book, buddy. I'm saying that it's not that you don't have the skill. It's that if we were going to go market something like that and we were having a minor who participated in it, I would need parent permission forms. I would need work release forms saying that you were able to work on it. There's just a little legal aspect. I'm not saying you couldn't participate. I think the idea of doing it on a live chat where we all work on the book idea together, and then of course you guys get the insight, and of course you would get credit, and we would give out a percentage of any sales to everybody. But I would have to come up with something maybe for a common licensing, something I could put on the screen that anyone who participates in this would understand common licensing, that you're participating, but I would still have legal ownership. Okay, I'm not saying she can't, but see, that's where we'd have to get into things, buddy. Is you got to understand the law aspects of stuff. With your age, there's child work laws that would go into play. We would have to make sure we have an account set up for you to put monies into it. Your parent would have to be the proprietor of the account. There's a lot of aspects it would take. I'm sure we're gonna work on this, but I don't know. We're brainstorming here. There's a few people I may trust enough that I want to help me write with it, and only because I want to keep it into a small group of maybe no more than 2 or 3. Because again, Creative Commons are going to go into play where I'm going to be putting out my idea possibly to a lot of people who could easily plagiarize this. And trust me, I've been working on this for a while. It's not like this just popped into my head a week ago. I've written on it, well, because you'd have to get pay. Because if the book ever did well and sold, you would be a co-author and entitled to a percentage, which we would have to agree on. And so there'd have to be an account verified to make a deposit, to verify that you're getting your pay. I know, buddy. I know you have PayPal and AdSense, but it's a little different in the legal world. You're talking about eventually movie rights. If it ever did really well and we sold movie rights, you would get a percentage of that. 20%? No. No. You got to remember the publisher is going to take a percentage. It would be, for people to come on my Creative Commons and help with it, I would be thinking somewhere in the range of 1% to 2%, depending on contribution. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but figure though, if the book made sold 1 million copies and it made like $20 million, that's something like 1% of that, 1% of like $20 million, you're still looking at like, 10% of it would be $200,000, so $20,000. But it would just be for a little Creative Commons. I would probably have to have a quick contract sent up and mailed to everybody who would want to participate in a live helping me write, and have contracts signed and then PDF filed back to me. because I work in the music business, I know about all this legal jargon we got to go through to do this. But it's such a great idea for a book, and I want to be able to tell people about it, but I can't have it taken. Granted, though, I mean, I have a log here on YouTube showing that I had it first, and it's my idea, and there's a date stamp on it. So, I mean, that's very possible that that would be my evidence if someone ever did plagiarize me. But yeah, if you're into sci-fi, if you like that kind of, if you like sciencey based kind of stuff with a little bit of action, a little romance in there, a lot of real world stuff mixed into some really interesting sci-fi, and a little bit of this, a little outer space mixed into it. It's the recipe for an awesome book, I think. Yeah, see, and that's something why I really want to be careful with talking about it on a live stream. It's oh well, I'm telling you, this is going to be right up your road, Ann, right up your alley. Um, but and it's got a little bit of everything. It really does. And then when it's adapted to the screen, it's going to look so cool in movies. It's going to look so cool. But yeah, yep. Got to be careful with who you talk to. Amazing ideas too, and no one's ever really done it. Definitely, there's nothing like this out there. It's definitely an original, new, completely new concept. It's gonna be. If the book does, if the movie, I don't know so much about a movie doing well. Friday the thing. I would imagine there's going to be a couple people who would be interested in reading my little sci-fi, my my little out there. An opera of it. I don't know if it would quite. That would be cool to see it on Broadway. I can. There would. Now you got me thinking of how we would do it on live. How you would do not on live, but how you would do it in a live theater. It could be done. It would be interesting to see done. A space opera. Ooh, wouldn't that be cool if someone remade it and called it 2001: A Space Opera instead of A Space Odyssey? That's a free thought. You guys can have that one. If it hasn't already been done. Maybe it's already been done. But mine hasn't. My idea hasn't been one done. But maybe 2010: A Space Opera. That would be really cool. You would avoid all legal controversies because you wouldn't be calling it 2001: A Space Opera, Odyssey, or anything like that. It would be a space opera. Kind of like a Spaceballs version of Star Wars. It would be that kind of thing. Spaceballs 2. See, I think that would be better instead of calling it Spaceballs 2 to get away from that franchise, because I think what it was if you remember, there was a deal that Spielberg had with Mel Brooks that he could do no merchandising on Spaceballs because it looked too much like Star Wars, so there was no merchandising allowed. So if we called it Spaceballs 2, yeah, I think we would fall into that same thing. But if we did it as 2010: A Space Opera, we would get away from that, and we would be able to then merchandise, because that's the key, is always merchandising lunchboxes, toy boxes, bed sheets, along those lines and stuff like that. That's always what the key would be for a lot of that stuff. But Spaceballs was a great movie. Spaceballs the Flamethrower. The kids really liked this fun. I love in the opening of Robin Hood Men in Tights. Comb the desert. You guys found anything? We haven't found anything. You? No. What about you guys? We ain't found shit. Sorry. May the Schwartz be with you. No, I found it in the Cracker Jack box. It means I'm a prince. What's the code? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, now I'm going to have to change my luggage. Oh, I haven't seen Spaceballs in years. You idiot. You captured their stunt doubles. That's good stuff. You idiots. You captured their stunt doubles. That's great. John Candy, right? I'm Barf. Apparently, too, on Pizza the Hut, that was real pizza on the outside the guy was eating. That was real pizza. And the suit, it got so hot that somebody else had to fill in because the guy got overheated. A little fun fact for you. I swear, though, I'll tell you what, guys, though, if this book does ever work and come out and everything, you guys will, of course, get the first few copies. We'll make sure we get that sent out to you guys. Even if I just have to do like a finished manuscript, an early signed copy of the manuscript that got sent into the publishers, save a few of them, sign them, send them over to you. That would be so cool. And then to have you guys review it would be the great. But I think it's awesome that even I got 2 already sold. I wouldn't even say sold. 2 people who want to read it. I wouldn't sell it to you guys. You guys would get it for free. This is going to be so cool. I might work on it some more this week. I'll work on it some more this week. I'm going to put some more effort into it. I got the file right there. It's saved on this computer right over here. Right over there. So, I just got to work on it. I'm going to, though. We're going to. Oh, pizza. I'm starting to get a little hungry myself, so I may get ready to go grab something. I don't know what I'm going to cook, though. I'll figure something out. I always do. But, yeah. I think we're going to cut this video at about 3 hours. Well, thank you, Nemo. I'll need lots and lots of people being honest critics about it. That'll be... I read the prequel. It was written later to Dune. The prequel to Dune. And it was written later by the original Dune author's son. And it was, I loved it. What a great book. What a great book. I've got one old book here that I've been hanging on to, and it's from the 1930s. And it's a first print. And it is so cool. It's just really old. I've got another one that's a first print, really old book from like the 1920s. And it's a little sci-fi book. You know what? Hold on. I'll have to find it for you. I'll get it out. I'll get it out for my next broadcast, Gaston, and I'll show it to you. You're a sci-fi fan, so maybe I'll just send it to you. Maybe I'll just throw it out and send it out your way. See how much it is? Just ship it on out, and you'll have one of these really early sci-fi books, very like Clark Gable kind of looking kind of thing, and very, husky man with the damsel thing. And I think it's something like A Planet of Bugs. The pages are really kind of brittle, so I turn the pages slowly, but you can still read it, and it's got a good spine still. So maybe I'll find that, and we'll send it out to you since you're a sci-fi fan. I really have no interest in it, and I've hung on to it for years. I found all these first edition, like really old books in a book stack in Iraq for soldiers to read, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone's throwing away this book. And you know what? I might have it right over here. Hold on. Let me look if it's right there. If it's right there, we'll show it to you now. But if it's not, I'll dig it out. I know where it might be. Hold on, bear with me. 1 second, 1 second. I'm still looking, I'm still looking. I really want to find this now. It's kind of in my head to do so. I did find these, I'll show you guys. You'll appreciate those. Okay, I think I know where it is. Hold on. I'm going to go check one more spot. I do have something else to show you guys, though. Okay, I couldn't find it. I hate to have to say it. I need Evie, I think, to help me find it. So sad, so sad. Last check, last little check. Might be in, could it be in here by some off chance? No. Dang it. I will find it. I will find it, Gaston. I'm going to get that out for you, Anne. I will find it. New Hope. That's easy. Okay. So I couldn't find your book, but I'm going to find it for you and get it out. But I did find these, and I figured since you guys were talking about space, we'll go ahead and show them to you. Since you like, if you guys like space. These are original. These were put out. Hold on, let's find out the date on them first. These were put out in. I believe these were put out in 1970, and they're still in package. Kind of broken. This one's broken open a little bit, so I don't mind pulling them out to show you. We'll take them out. But what they are is they are slides by a company called Panaview Slides, and they are of, let's pull one out here. They are of, let's see if you guys can see, that is the Apollo moon landing. So there's Neil Armstrong. Here's, so I can put it on a back solid background for you guys. This should work. There you go. And there's a slide of Neil Armstrong stepping onto the moon. Flip it around, maybe it's the other way so you can see the front. There you go. And these are from 1970. Okay, let's take a look at another one. So there's him stepping onto the moon. Try to take these out as carefully as possible, trying to preserve the packaging. This one is kind of gone. There's not a whole lot I can do. The other one, not so much. Okay, here. Let's do this. And here is doing a spacewalk on the moon. So I was getting a little bit of a reflection there. There we go. If I put it over there, there you go. And there's him walking on the moon. There we go. Got another one out. What's this one? Oh, that's a cool one. That's really cool. There you go. You can read the bottom there. Here it says, what does it say? This one is, I can read it too. It's the lunar module over the moon surface. So this was a picture taken from the lunar of the module going down. Okay. What else? Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a picture of the crew: Armstrong, Collins, and Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, and I forget what Mr. Collins' name was. But there's the three of them together for the Apollo 11 moon mission. We'll see. Maybe I can get a better view for you guys. Let it focus in. Was it doing better when I just did it like this? Actually, you can see it a little better like that, and you kind of see through it. And there I am with them. You can call me whatever. Jeremy is fine. Jay Greenbaum is fine. G is fine. GB, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's a good one, right? Here's this one's a pretty cool one too. What is this one? Oh, that's a good one. What's he doing? Aldrin deploys the seismic package. So he was delivering a scientific experiment to the moon, and he's setting up the payload. So that's really cool. I'm gonna get over here. I'm trying to get a. Now the other ones, which I'm not gonna take out of the package because it's in such really good shape. We'll just run through them. We'll start from the bottom and I'll read up. The Apollo 11th commemorative plate. So that's it right there where they're putting the plate on the moon for them landing. Crap. It's so much harder with the plastic. I apologize. Let's see. Trying to block out the light. Oh, I wasn't even close to being old enough. I wasn't even alive. So there's the plate. And then this one is astronaut and the LEM foot pad. The landing module foot pad. There he is right there. There we go. There's an angle that kind of works. Scrolling on down to the next one. Armstrong, Aldrin placing the U.S. flag right here. There we go. A little better right there. There they are. And then rolling on down to this one is the command module in orbit around the moon. So Collins stayed in the command module, and he stayed there and orbited. And then the top one is Neil Armstrong in the lunar module. A little picture of Neil right there, hanging out in the lunar module. And there it is. Those are my slides I have from the moon landing. And these slides were originally $1 in 1970, and they were the Apollo 11th historical landings by a group called Panaview, and they made these for $1. And it says on the package set 3, and my other package says I think set 2, but I did some research online, and they only actually, this says set 4. So I wanted to go try to see if I could find set, see how it says set right there? Set 4. I went online to see if I could find set 1 and 2 to have the complete package, and it turns out they only made these, and I think maybe the reason why is that these were released in Canada and America. So I think Canada, and it's why I couldn't find where I was looking, got set 1 and 2, while America got set 3 and 4. So I think that might be why, because the company did say it released them, but I couldn't find anything on 1 and 2. So that's all I'm assuming, of course. All of this is assuming. I don't like to assume, but that's all I can figure out since I couldn't find anything. But from what I understand from some forums, though, that this is, however, the complete set of all of the slides from the Apollo landing mission and this little commemorative setup. And I thought that was really cool. And I've hung on to these for a little. I got these at a thrift store. I think I paid $10 for the whole for both of them, $5 a piece. And it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 slides. So I paid $1 a slide, which back then they were selling them for 20 cents a slide. So I think that was actually a good deal. But I looked online though, and I don't think the people realized what they had. Like this one alone was selling for like $9.99, and now I think that one of them died. I think Neil Armstrong passed away, didn't he? And if he did, these are going to be even better. But I've hung on to these for. I don't think I'm going to get rid of them anytime soon. I love these things. They're really cool. Little piece of history there. Something not everyone's going to get to see. And that's you can't. There's no doctoring in these pictures. There's nothing you can really doctor. You can see the detail. I wish I had the projector. I have a projector, but it's not the right kind. I wish I really could take a look at it, but it doesn't, like, you guys just can't realize when you hold it up to the light in person, the detail you can see. And it's so nice and it's amazing. And I think when you see it through these kind of lights, you can definitely see that, for those who don't believe that the moon is real, the moon landing was real, I believe it was 100% real. But these slides just show the terrain in such a way that, I don't know, the pictures just don't do it justice. But these slides came out so crystal clear. I don't know. You can see so much, like you can even see reflections in their helmet so much clearer. It's just so cool. So cool, these slides. Apollo moon landing slides. And I doubt you can find a lot more of these laying around. I see a lot. I could never find a full package. All right, cool. Your parents will get back. I thought your mom was up, I thought your mom was over at Basic, dude. Can I see stars? Hold on, I'll check. I would never sell them. I could only find them for sale individually. Never in a package. Let's see if I can see some stars. But see, here's the thing, though, why you wouldn't see stars on the moon. You need an atmosphere for the light to hit for you to be able to see stars. And with the moon's atmosphere being so dim, so thin, it's hard for the starlight to hit it. But there's also, you got to remember that you're in the direct path of the sun, which is going to blind you. It's just like, well, look how much stars are affected by city lights. You lose so many more just by city lights. So imagine that being the sunlight directly on you. You're probably not going to see a whole lot of stars. See, I've seen the video where people say the flag is blowing in the wind, but the whole time he's shaking the pole, and it looks like it's just kind of reacting to the movements of how a flag would move in 0G. What does a flag do in 0G? Who knows? Or low gravity. Low gravity. Not 0G. Low gravity. I don't know. I've never been in a low gravity situation to tell you. But I know that they've got the moon reflector dishes up there, and scientists fire lasers at these reflectors, and they can measure the distance from the Earth to the moon by how long it takes the laser to leave Earth, hit the reflector, and bounce back. Now, if that's the case, even these scientists who have access to this all have to be in on the secret that there's no reflective discs on the moon. Yet there is. We know this to be a fact. Any scientist that works a laser thing, you can go watch people do it. So it's too easy. So obviously people went to the moon and set something up. There's no doubt of that, Did they go? Now, the only thing, those who say we didn't go to the moon, I don't think it's that we didn't go to the moon. If anything, just to go play devil's advocate to the other side. I think then, if you want to say in that case, I don't think we went to the moon when we said we did. I think we went to the moon later. Or there could be no moon. I think the moon is hollow, and I think that the moon was placed there. Makes a lot of sense. There is no moon. No spoon, no moon. The moon is hollow, though. And like that seismic activity, after they set that up, they crashed the orbiter into the moon, and it resonated like a bell for hours. Hours and hours. And it showed that the moon had either very porous rock or it was hollow. Cheese. The moon is made of cheese. Yep, cheese. Green cheese. I remember that. I remember. I don't think anybody really bought that. That would make no sense. I can't. If someone actually ever thought the moon was made of cheese, how ridiculous is that? Can you imagine the cow that would have to be milked to make that much cheese? Cheese. Well, obviously, of course, it could be. There's those who say that Stanley Kubrick was the one who directed it, and he did his Space Odyssey 2001, and the audience was so captivated with it that they asked him to work on his secret project. And if you watch the movie The Shining, which veered away from Stephen King's original writings of it a lot from the book, he's hidden clues into the movie that suggest, and that would suggest, yeah, exactly. Where would all the to make a moon-sized amount of cheese would take a giant cow, and that cow would have to be somewhere. Maybe it burned up and there was a giant barbecue, and it burned up in the sun. Ooh, that would make the universe smell good. Oh, oh, oh. Fried bacon, sun-fried bacon. Oh, oh. Delicious and nutritious. Yep. Well, we got a little audience built up now. We got 6 hanging out. That's cool. I know it's late in the UK. Blue cheese. The blue cheese. I like blue cheese. A lot of people don't like blue cheese. I love blue cheese. It's very tasty. Very tasty. I've never seen it. I've never seen the movie It, the new one or the old one. Never seen it. Never saw it. Not because I'm afraid of clowns, I just never saw it. Just never got around to it. I don't know, it looks kind of comical to me. I just wasn't impressed. So. Guys, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. I think I am going to go ahead and jump off of here. I've been on here for over 3 hours now. It was a good broadcast. I appreciate so many people hanging out with me. Got the big thumbs up going. 6 people hanging out in the chat. Unless if somewhere... I'll have to go... Maybe I'll check it out. Unless somewhere in the next 10 seconds we get a bunch of people joining. I don't think I'm going to keep going. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Spent a lot of time chilling, talking. We went through a lot. You guys keep the secret. Keep an idea about that book if you guys... hopefully you'll be interested in it still in a while. And... I'm going to keep writing. Blue cheese and pizza is good, but blue cheese and salad, not one bit. I love both. I could do both. Ranch is good too, blue cheese. I like Italian dressing is my favorite. Red Italian dressing, really thick, or like a vinaigrette. But I had this stuff, it was just like so good in California. It was the best dressing in the entire world. I could drink it. I drink Italian dressing. I love it. It's really good for you, actually. The vinegar is good for you. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. It was nice hanging out with everybody. I know it's late. You guys need to get some sleep and some rest over there. Agaston, thank you so much for hanging out. Nemo, as always, I appreciate you coming by, buddy. Gary, tons of fun always hanging out with you, man. Always a pleasure to have you on board. You guys take it easy. Stay safe. Have a great night. We'll see you on the next one. I should be back sometime tomorrow. We'll try to do it a little earlier so you guys don't have to stress about it so much. So I'll probably be back in the morning. Maybe we'll do that. We'll just come back in a few hours in the morning so you guys can you can rest and wake up, have a little coffee, watch me hang out. Hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys, you take it easy and have a great night. We'll see you later. Bye.